Well, good evening to you. Welcome to high school football action on Central Illinois Sports, live tonight from Glen C. Smithfield in Pittsfield for the Sangamo Conference matchup between the Pittsfield Sockies and the New Berlin Pretzels. Good evening to you. I'm Charlie Hull. Tim's alongside tonight as well. It's the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. The Sockies are 1-1 on the season, coming off of a 33-6 win over Petersburg Porta. They're playing host to this 1-2 Pretzel squad in what should be a good matchup here tonight. Glad you're with us on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We'll talk more about the matchup. We'll introduce the starters. We'll also talk about the Sockies seniors as it is senior night along with homecoming here at Glen C. Smithfield. A lot to get through in the pregame show. Back with you after this.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Press Yours on You would like to thank everyone in our community for your support in the past 15 years. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space with spirit wear for Unity Mustangs, Liberty Eagles, Brown County Hornets, and our hometown Central Panthers. Businesses, let us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. We are excited to now offer lasered hat patches. With limitations on attendance to local sporting events, we are excited to help bring you this game. Press Yours on You, 506 Westwood, Camp Point, Illinois.
PCRE Real Estate and Auction is your #1 resource for buying or selling real estate in West Central Illinois. With 2 office locations, one in Pike County and the other in Calhoun County, PCRE Real Estate and Auction is the place to go when you're looking to buy or sell farmland, recreational and hunting land, residential or commercial property. See our current listings at PCRERealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for PCRE Real Estate and Auction.
It's time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Bob Ray, Jesse Shootman, Triope and Kansas State grad Emily Carls, Nathan and new All-Star accountant Madeline Heyer. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with locations in Barry, Pittsfield, and Liberty. Great Rivers Bank is here to serve all of your banking needs for the entire region. Learn more about their services by visiting greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. A beautiful night for high school football action here at Glen C. Smithfield. And the Sockies, with a little momentum, picking up the win last week. They're looking to make it 2 in a row for the first time since the 2013 season was the last time the Sockies won back-to-back games. And they'll be taking on this New Berlin squad. New Berlin is 1-2 on the season. They beat Riverton last week 40-7, who of course beat the Sockies in week number 1. So on paper, you look at that and say New Berlin could be a heavy favorite in this contest, but the Socky squad hoping the improvement they've made since their first game of the season and what was actually week 2 of the high school football season pays off, and they're able to be competitive and have a chance to win this one down the stretch. It is senior night for the Sockies, and they're introducing the cheerleaders, Sockettes, band members, and anthem singers, along with the football players. We just have the football player list as we weren't provided the others, so we'll go through those for you quickly here. Julius Jackson, he's a 6 foot, 195-pound senior. Noah Turnbow. Also, Colton Story, Gage Gratton, Ian Damon, Logan Howland, Camden McAllister. Other seniors include Cameron Walker, Nathan Gunder, Aiden Duncan, Skylar Smith, and Joel Clements. Those are the seniors for this Socky squad. A good solid number of seniors here, and going to be playing their last home game as the Sockies will be on the road the last 2 weeks of the season. We'll be there for you here on Central Illinois Sports, and Certainly glad you will join us for those contests as well. Looks like we'll have a good crowd on hand here for tonight's matchup between the Sockies and the Pretzels on homecoming for Pittsfield. And luckily, the weather that's in the forecast for tomorrow is tomorrow and not tonight, because tonight it is a beautiful 70 degrees as we are about 15 minutes away from the opening kickoff, and just a very light wind coming out of the north at this time. So it's going to be a great atmosphere for high school football here tonight. On the Great Rivers Bank pregame show, we'll pause for a commercial break, hearing from some of the sponsors who are helping to make this game possible for you on Central Illinois Sports.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Don Kirk or Sheila Davidsmeyer today at 217-285-4014. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Call Best Systems Builders for all your insulation needs. We are a full-service insulation contractor offering both open and closed cell spray foam, blown cellulose, and fiberglass installation. Best Systems has 2 BPI certified professionals ready to inspect your home or business today. You may qualify for incentives through the American Act on Energy program. Call Scott or Michael at 217-285-6005 for your free estimate, or visit us online at gobestsystems.com and start saving money on your energy bill today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC. Western Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes offers support to our coaches, teachers, and athletes. Our mission is to help each grow in a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Western Illinois FCA invites you to go to westernilfca.org to find out more or to join us as a financial partner. Look for some great events coming up. In May, banquets in Jacksonville and Quincy, and the $1 Million Golf Shot too. Western Illinois FCA, working for you.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. You know, applying for a loan, it's never been easier than it is right now with the online loan application from our friends at Great Rivers Bank. Learn more about it at their online presence, which is greatriversbank.bank. The Sangamo Conference matchup between the Sockies and the New Berlin Pretzels. Elsewhere in the Sangamo this week, Athens is at Petersburg Porta. Auburn is at Williamsville. Maroa Forsyth is on the road at North Mac. And then Pleasant Plains will be at home against Riverton. All of those games are taking place this evening in Sangamo Conference matchup. And the WIVC North this week, Camp Point Central and Beardstown are playing. That game actually also live here on Central Illinois Sports on YouTube. Tomorrow, Triopia and Route will play, and that is a road game, so it's being played at 1 o'clock in the afternoon as Route doesn't have lights on their field, so going to be a day game there and a wet one as the weather forecast doesn't look too friendly. Minden Unity is at Mount Sterling this evening in what could decide the WIVC North crown there. In the WIVC South, Carrollton is at West Central this evening on what is a key matchup in the WIVC South. Greenfield Northwestern is at Pleasant Hill. We can also tell you that Calhoun is on the road at North Green this evening in the WIVC South. So Minden is undefeated in conference play in the North, and in the South, undefeated at this point is Greenfield Northwestern. So those squads, if they just keep winning, they'll match up in the crossover game in the final week of the season, but a lot to be determined there as there's still some pretty good matchups coming up on the horizon. Glad to see the band back in action here tonight. They're at the east end of the field. The cheerleaders and Sockettes will both be here throughout the night as well, and a good crowd of fans on hand as well here in the grandstand and around the field at Glenn C. Smith Field. Let's pause for a break on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineups for both the Sockies and the Pretzels. It comes your way next.
Share to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852. It's time for you to find out the difference that thousands have found with Westtown Ford in Jacksonville. If you're looking for a new Ford, Lincoln, or maybe a used car truck or SUV, why don't you take the short drive to Jacksonville, Illinois, Westtown Ford. They have the best sales and service in the area, and what a selection, thousands to choose from. It's Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, 30 minutes from high prices. Phone 217-245-7101 or go to westtownford.com. With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Derek Harris, can help. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, you can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's the new beginning. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street, Quincy. Edward Jones, making sense of investments. Member SIPC. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon guys to get it right the first time. No job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, we couldn't resist. Call Braden today at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
Well, a great job by the Pittsfield High School Marching Band under the direction of Justin Baggert with our national anthem here tonight. Let's take a look at these starting lineups brought to you in part by Trash Queen, serving Pike, Adams, Scott, and Morgan counties with residential, commercial, and roll-off services. They offer 10-yard, 15-yard, and 20-yard roll-off containers. Call Trash Queen 217-320-4320. For this New Berlin Pretzel squad, they're 1-2 under head coach Seth Hill. And their lineup tonight will look like this. At the left tackle will be a senior, 6'2", 200 pounds. That's Ethan Mudd. At the left guard is Mike Miller, a 6'1", 300-pound junior. At the center is Dominique Petrilli. He's a 5'8", 200-pound junior. The right guard is Cody Spencer. He's 6'2", 215 pounds and a junior. And the right tackle is Jackson Taylor, the 6', 220-pound senior. In the whiteout spots this evening, Matt Crow, he's a 6'4", 200-pound junior. Flynn Tyree, he's a sophomore, 5'11", 160 pounds. And then Kevin Howell. Howell is a sophomore, 5'8", 150 pounds. In the backfield at the running back spot is Troy Williams, the 5'8", 180-pound junior. And a quarterback is Joey Meisman. He's a 6', 170-pound junior for New Berlin. For the 1-1 Pittsfield Sockies under head coach Paul Petty, they'll start at the tackle spots this evening. Caden Hittner, a 5'10", 220-pound junior, and Nathan Gunder, the 6', 260-pound senior. At the guard positions will be Cade Corgett, 5'7", 190 pounds and a junior, and Skylar Smith, the 5'10", 225-pound senior. And Cameron Walker, a 5'9", 245-pound senior, will start at center. At the tight end spot is the 6'4", 230-pound senior Joel Clemens for the Sockies. The wide receiver positions this evening, J.J. Petty, 5'10", 155 pounds and a junior. Mason Farrago, the 5'4", 130-pound junior, and Bobby Stout, the 6'2", 185-pound junior. At the running back spot this evening, it's the 6'2", 220-pound senior Gage Gratton. And at quarterback is a sophomore. He's 6'2", 160 pounds. That's Weston McAllister. Starting lineups are also brought to you in part by Illini Express, here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. Illini Express sees patients ages 18 months and older with no appointments necessary. Learn more about the services offered at Illini Express by visiting IlliniHospital.org. We're about 5 minutes, 45 seconds away from the kickoff of this contest as the Sockies play host to the New Berlin Pretzels. Glad you're with us tonight on Central Illinois Sports.
You can plan for most things in your life, but being sick isn't one of them. That's why Illini Express has expanded hours so your family can get the care you require. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Illini Express can see patients 18 months and older, no appointment necessary. When you can't wait to feel better, Illini Express is here for you. Located on the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
When you hear Pike County Glass, what do you think of? Is it storm window and screen repair? Commercial doors, windows and storefronts? Maybe it's auto glass repair, including windshields, rock chip repair, side glass and back glass. Or it could be screen and porches, glass showers and doors, and, well, you get the point. Glass is in their name, and glass is what they do. Pike County Glass, serving the entire area with high-quality craftsmanship, products, and customer service that's second to none. You'll find Pike County Glass at 1071 West Washington Street in Pittsfield, or call them at 217-285-4275.
Hometown Real Estate offers residential buying and selling specialists as well as land specialists across the Midwest. Call our office at 217-285-4502 or call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. Speak to any of the hometown brokers for residential and commercial properties. Kate hopes you are enjoying the broadcast of our local teens enjoying their sports. Give Kate Marable a call at 217-370-9809. Hometown Real Estate for you. How would you like to have a chance to help Western Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes raise needed funds for their ministry and have a shot at winning $1 million? You will also have a chance to win one of 18 other prizes from $15,000 to $40,000, like cruises, vacation trips, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, cars, trucks, hunting trips, and many more. Be watching for details. For more information about being a business sponsor, contact Jack Hall at 217-473-5151 or go to westernilfca.org. The $1 million golf shot coming in June and July to area golf courses.
If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can help. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Just about ready for the kickoff of this contest as the Saki lineup has been introduced. They're in the red home uniforms, black numbers, white trim. New Berlin's in the visiting white uniforms with the blue numbers here this evening. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Bowlers Universe. They're open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Saturdays 4 to midnight. They offer many menu items from burgers and fries to specialty pizzas. Come out and enjoy the fun at Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield. I want to let you know that this is the last varsity home game for the Sakis, but the freshmen are going to be active over the next couple of weeks. They will play at New Berlin on Monday night and then have 4 straight home games. On April 15th, they'll play, that's a Thursday, against Illini West. The following Monday, the 19th, they'll be home against Auburn. The 22nd, a Thursday, home against Brown County. And then the following Monday, the 26th, they'll be home against Pleasant Plains. So good opportunity for you to come out and enjoy some action there at the freshman level, and a good solid class of Saki players there looking to help build this program back up to a point where they're very competitive and in the playoff hunt each and every year. And they were unable to play last night due to some issues, but they did pick up a win a week ago. So looking to continue their fine start to this season. We're not extremely sure who won the coin toss. They don't conduct that quite out in the open like they usually do in the non-COVID times. I do believe the Saki offense was gathering, so you wonder if they wouldn't be back to receive. Who won the toss? Tom Shaw doesn't know either. There's a surprise. Oh, hey, Tommy.
Hey, buddy.
I believe Pittsfield will receive the kickoff, but we're going to just kind of hang loose and make sure. Sakis will, started the game last week. They would love to start the way they did a week ago with a run back as Marco Ballinger took it some 74 yards on the kickoff return for a touchdown. And that kind of momentum is hard to come by, so you've got to capture that when you can. Of course, Ballinger not going to be a secret to New Berlin after watching him on the game film last week, and he definitely is a dangerous weapon back there. But this hockey squad is something I was impressed with their overall team speed compared to a couple of years in a row here. They are much quicker on the outside and have several guys who, once they get out in the open, can really move. What a difference a week makes. A week ago, Tom Shaw was wearing gloves. Cardinal gloves, I think, actually, is what he's wearing. St. Louis Cardinal gloves. He's a closet Cardinal fan. But tonight he was thinking about wearing his shorts. But he went with khakis instead. Looks a lot like Jake from State Farm. The Sockies will receive the opening kick. The kicker for New Berlin will be Lucas Bixby. Bixby's a 6'3", 180-pound freshman for this New Berlin squad. The Sockies have Howland and Ballinger back deep to receive the kick. Story and Elliott are in the next line for the Sockies. Let's see if Bixby will kick it deep here for New Berlin. Of course, Porta did onside kick once last week and recover the ball, so you wonder if they have seen that on film as well. The ball is straight up and down on the tee. And the referee gives the whistle. Bixby's ready to go. Sit back and enjoy high school football on Central Illinois Sports. It's a kick that is on the ground, going to be taken by Grattan at about the 31-yard line. Across the 40, 45. He's still on his feet across midfield, and he'll be taken down near the New Berlin 47-yard line. And that's where the Sockies will start 1st and 10 at the New Berlin 47 with 11:53 to play in the first. So a good start as far as field position goes here for the Sockies. We'll actually call it the 48-yard line. All right. First down, 10 yards to go for sophomore quarterback Weston McAllister and this Pittsfield squad. They'll come out with two receivers split wide to the right. Two men are wide to the left as well. And McAllister stands in the pistol. Takes the snap, back to pass. Looking for Stout, has the catch. Stout tried to turn it upfield at the 40. Cuts back at the 35, breaks the tackle. Inside the 35, down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 18 on the play. On the pass to Bobby Stout. And that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Sockies. So Stout with a good yard after catch that time. And a 1st and 10 for Pittsfield. It's from the 30. Just underway here. Good first play of the game. Well thrown ball by Stout. Two men split out wide right, a single receiver left. Grattan is in the backfield along with the quarterback McAllister. They'll hand it to Grattan running right. Stutter steps at the line, hit and taken down at the original line of scrimmage. Didn't hit the hole extremely hard that time, did Grattan. No gain on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. So 2nd and 10 from the 30. And we see when Gage runs hard north to south, meaning forward, he's tough to handle, but has a little bit of a tendency to try to look for that hole to really make it a big run. And the Sockies need him to be that big physical back that he showed he can be last week. 2nd and 10 from the New Berlin 30. Trips right, single receiver to the left. Story now stands to the left of the quarterback McAllister. Little confusion now. They get this receivers all set up. 5 seconds on the play clock. McAllister back to pass. Looking for Farrago. Farrago trying to turn it up. He's going to be taken down after a short gain. Down to the 26-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the play. And it will bring up a 3rd down and 6. So a 3rd and 6 from the 24 for the Sockies. First drive of the game. 10:24 and counting to the first. No score here in the early going. 4-down territory, plus the Sockies have Petty at the kicker spot, so you have some options here. Two receivers left, a single man to the right. They'll hand it off to Story. Story running left, gets a good block outside, trying to turn it up, and is close to the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 3, so this will bring up a 4th down and 3. So a 3-yard gain by Story brings up a 4th, well, they'll call it 2, in fact, and the Sockies, I would think, would go for this here, and I don't think there's a big secret that Gage Grattan would be the guy you want to have the football here, I'd say, to pick up a couple of yards. Big play here early in the contest. Grattan, though, stands about 7 yards deep in the backfield. They have two receivers to the left, a single man to the right-hand side. McAllister's in the pistol. Tries the hard count, takes the snap, hands it off to Grattan. Grattan trying to turn it up. He puts his head down, has the 1st down. So a 1st and 10 for the Sockies, down to the 17-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and a 1st and 10 from the New Berlin 17. Grattan gains 4. Second 1st down of the contest for the Sockies, with 9:20 and counting in the opening quarter. The Pike County Express is your local family-owned newspaper. They've been serving Pike County since 1991. Check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you. Fresh set of downs for the Sockies from the New Berlin 17. 3 receivers split wide right. A single man is along the sideline to the left. McAllister's in the pistol. Takes the snap. Quick throw to the right. Little high. Farrago goes up and gets it. Turns it up at the 15, 10-yard line. Knocked out of bounds around the 7. Down to the 7-yard line. So that's a gain of 10. And we're very close to a first down here. And let's wait and see what the official tells us. It looks like it's going to be first and goal from the 7 for the Sockies, their 3rd first down of the night. So first and goal from the 7 for Pittsfield. Zoom out a little bit, Tim. 8:52 to play in the first. Clock stopped as Farrago went out of bounds. McAllister back to pass, looking down to the end zone, caught for a touchdown. Bobby Stout on the 7-yard touchdown reception, and the Sockies strike first with 8:47 to play in the opening quarter. So Stout's second catch of the night. McAllister a perfect 4 for 4 on the drive, and it's a Socky touchdown with 8:47 to play in the first. So McAllister to Stout. Petty on for the extra point attempt. The holder is Jackson. It's a bad snap. He picks it up and tries to run it. Does Jeremiah Jackson. Is going to fall forward. He's got the 2-point try. A broken play for the Sockies, but Jackson muscles his way through at the line, and Pittsfield takes the 8-0 advantage. 8:47 to play in the first. Sockies on top 8-0. Back with you after this.
Geared Up is your local source for custom apparel and awards. Geared Up offers a wide variety of apparel options, including embroidery, t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos. We do it all. Ask us how we can help you raise funds for your local school or organization. Find us online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up custom apparel and awards.
Well, for the second week in a row, the Pittsfield Sockies strike first. They lead 8-0 after a 7-yard touchdown pass and then a 2-point run on a broken play. And lead 8-0 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. $8:47 to play in the first. So New Berlin now will have the ball for the first time on the evening. Back deep for the Pretzels. Kevin Howell is back there, also deep. It appears to be Flynn Tyree. This might be one of the smallest print fonts I've ever seen on a roster. I think it's about 4. It's hard to see. J.J. Petty will kick off for the Sockies, as he does the bulk of the kicking duties here. He's a junior. Puts this ball in the air, end over end kick. Going to be taken by the up back. That is Lucky. Lucky on the run. Turns it up at around the 20, 25-yard line, has the sideline taken down by the Sockies as the man flies in for the hit right around the 31-yard line. And that's where New Berlin will take over first and 10 at their own 31. The hit by Ian Damon that time for the Sockies on a solid stop for the senior here tonight. Good special teams play. Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank is here to help you with your next auto, residential, and commercial loan need. Call Damon 217-285-4407. So we'll see New Berlin's offense that put up 40-plus against Riverton a week ago. They'll come out with 2 receivers split wide to either side, and the quarterback, Joey Meisman, is going to be in the shotgun. As a single back standing to his left, I believe that's Troy Williams. Meisman puts a man in motion. Going to hand off to the motion man along the left-hand side. This is Howell. Howell with the blocker out in front of the 35 and now 40-yard line. Penalty flag flies, and you think this one's going to come back. So Howell with a good gain would have had the first down, but a penalty flag lays at about the 20. Check that 34-yard line. There's also one out at the 39-yard line, and it's in an area of holding here, you would think. Let's wait and see what the officials tell us on the official signal. The white hat and the linesman on the Socky side having a discussion. 8:31 to play in the first, an 8-0 advantage for the Sockys. I really wish they would start putting the referee on a mic so you could hear it. Personal foul face mask against New Berlin. So for the second week in a row, we've seen an offensive face mask. And where is the infraction? Out near the 39, according to PA announcer Alan Motley. So this will walk it all the way back to the 24, and that's where New Berlin will have it. First and 16 or 17 yards to go here. Ball back at the 24 for New Berlin, but they didn't have any trouble moving the ball on that play. Sockies will need to be able to turn it back in on the end. Meisman in the shotgun for the Pretzels. Trips right, a single man to the left. Long snap count, takes the snap, goes back to pass. Quick hitter on the right-hand side, has his man in Howell. Howell makes a man miss in the backfield, looking to get outside, still on his feet. Burst of speed, and taken down up near the first down marker. Out near the 40. Let's see where they mark him. Just shy of the 40, it appears. To the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 15 yards on the pass to Howell. And it'll bring up a second down and just a couple of yards to go. So they picked up those yards in a hurry. Did the Pretzels. Second down and 2 with 8:19 to play in the first. Clock stopped as the man was hit out of bounds. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left-hand side. Meisman again will be in the shotgun for New Berlin. They've gotten Howell the ball twice on the first 2 plays. One was negated by the penalty. Takes the snap, hands it off to the running back, Williams. He's going to be taken down. Troy Williams is going to gain nothing on that play. No gain, no loss. And this will bring up a third down and 2. Story in on the stop for the Sockies. Pittsfield did a nice job against the run last week as far as running backs go. The quarterback for Porta had some opportunities to run the ball in that 33-6 win. It's a third down and 2. Have to be wary of the hard count here for New Berlin. Just under 8 minutes to play in the first, an 8-0 advantage for the Sockies on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Trips left, Howell is in the slot, so you got to look at him. He's been the man they've gotten the ball to twice already. Back in the shotgun is Meisman, the quarterback. Takes the snap, back to pass. Has some time, sets his feet. Now going to try to step up and run. There's a penalty flag. That's a hold in the backfield. Meisman has the first down. He's spun forward. They're trying to rip the ball out. But that hold is all the way back at the 31-yard line, and this one going to make it a third and long now. So instead of a 3rd and 2 from the 39, the penalty will be from the 31-yard line. It'll be all the way back to the 21, and this will be a third and about 17 or 18. So that's the second penalty of the contest by New Berlin for a total of 25 yards now. And instead of 3rd and 2, they've got to get to the 41. It's going to be 3rd and 20 from their own 21-yard line. New Berlin's huddle says, "Where are you going?" They said, "Right back here, fellas." That's a big penalty deep in the backfield. And a big opportunity for the Sockies to get a stop right here. 7:25 to play in the first. You just try to keep guys in front of you on a play like this if you're the defensive backs for Pittsfield. 2 receivers left, 2 men to the right-hand side. Meisman is the quarterback in the shotgun. Scans the defense, he's back to pass. Looking for some time, throws downfield, has his man in and out of the hands of Flynn Tyree. That would have been a touchdown. So the Sockies dodge a bullet there, and it's 4th down and 20, and you would think a punting situation for New Berlin. And oh my goodness, the Sockies catch a break, as that ball probably should have been caught. And Tyree was behind the defense, and we just told you before the play, your only job at this point, don't let anybody get behind you. If they beat you because they catch the ball and then have a lot of yards after the catch, it's a different story. Now New Berlin is setting up like they're going to go for it here, with 2 receivers wide to either side. Now the quarterback, Meisman, will step back as he's going to play punter as well. And Farrago is back to receive the kick. It's an end-over-end punt. Bounces at the 50. Farrago will pick it up at around his own 40. 45, 50-yard line, down the sideline, taken out of bounds. Near the 42, it looks like. And that's where the Sockies will take over 1st and 10. Call it the 43. But a turnover on downs for New Berlin. And Pittsfield gets the ball again in their opponent's territory at the New Berlin 43, 1st and 10, with 7:09 to play here in the game's opening quarter. Trash Queen is our scoreboard sponsor, and the Sockies lead that 8-0. And look good on the offensive side the first set of the night. See if they can keep that rolling here. 2 receivers to the left, a single man to the right. Again, McAllister's in the pistol. Hands it off to Gratton, running left. Has the guard out in front. Cuts it up. Good gain on the play on 1st down. Penalty flag, though, as the Sockies will have a hold, or was it a face mask? Let's wait and see. He's darn near the 1st down mark. But the penalty flies from this side, and you would think it maybe is a sideline warning against the Sockies. So that will not negate the run. It is going to be a 9-yard pickup, and it brings up a 2nd and 1. Nope, they say move the chains. All right, they took a look at it, moved the chains. That's the Sockies' 5th first down on a 10-yard run by Gage Grattan. And if you're the Sockies on the this sideline now, stay behind the white line. It's not that hard to do. Ball sits at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. McAllister in the pistol. Back the pass, looking right. Had to hit Clemens, and hits off of his hands, incomplete. And it brings up a 2nd down and 10 from the New Berlin 34-yard line. Reel Net and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield, across from the airport, your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, benches, and so much more. Stop by and see them or call 285-5013 for Reel Net and Twine. 6:58 to play in the opening quarter. Pittsfield with the 2nd and 10 from the New Berlin 34-yard line. Trips right. Stout is the outside receiver. Farrer goes in the slot, looking left for the single man, however, in J.J. Petty. Overthrows him, an incomplete pass will stop the clock and bring up a 3rd and 10. So after McAllister was 4 for 4 on his first drive, he's 0 for 2 on his first 2 tries here, and a 3rd and 10. But in a field position placement that you don't necessarily have to pick up all 10 on the first play, as you would assume you're in 4-down territory. 6:55 to play in the first. Clock not moving much with those incompletions. Trips right. McAllister's in the pistol. Receivers come set. McAllister, the sophomore quarterback, is back to pass. Sockies pick up the blitz. They hit Grattan in the hands. They need to pick that up. That's a live ball. Grattan now picks it up in the backfield, runs forward, and is taken out of bounds. It's what's going to be a loss. They called that a lateral pass for the Sockies. And he's taken down near the 34, which would be, should be just a loss of 1 on the play. That's actually you got to call it a reception for Grattan. It was a live ball as it was a lateral. And it's 4th and 11 with 6:47 to play in the first. Again, much like the play on 3rd down for New Berlin, the Sockies dodge a bullet here. That ball could have been picked up and run back to the house. It appears Pittsfield will go for it here, which I'm a little surprised about. I thought maybe they'd bring Petty in and try to pin New Berlin deep, and they might still do that. There comes the punt team now. Sockies will take a delay of game, so a 5-yard penalty, as they wanted to give them a little bit more breathing room to punt this away. And Petty will come in to punt. I think this is the smart play, trying to pin New Berlin deep in their own end of the field. Howell is back to receive the kick, and we have seen him really with some good quickness when he gets out in space. So I would think if you're Pittsfield, they try to kick away from him a little bit. Petty stands back at his own 49 to punt this one away. Gets a low snap, but puts his foot into this one. It's an end-over-end kick. Howell will take it right at the 10. Tucks it under his arm, retreats now, and is taken down on a solo tackle back there by the Sockies. And Elijah Leonard on the stop, and a fine open field tackle there. And New Berlin will take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line with 6:37 to play in the opening quarter. So New Berlin turned it over, punted it last time after a big penalty and a hold in the backfield and a couple of miscues with just not catching the ball in some spots that could have resulted in first downs. 8-0 Sockies, 6:37 to play in the first. They'll get New Berlin's football into play. Moose Lodge 420, hey, check them out for their Friday meals. It's a new special each week. They're having pizza this week at the Moose Lodge. The food's hot, the drinks are cold. The Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield. New Berlin now will come out in a set that looks a lot like the wing tee. So they went the spread the first time, the wing tee this time. Weissman, the quarterback, is under center. Puts a man in motion. I mean, they are foot to foot. Going to hand it off to Howell in the backfield. They're going to get a good gain on the play out to the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Ian Damon in on the stop for the Sockies. So give Howell a 6-yard gain. It brings up a 2nd and 4 from the 16. 6:19 and counting in the first. So you don't see a lot of teams spread their whole first series and then come out in the wing T, but New Berlin showing they can be versatile on the offensive side as far as their looks, and it's very easy to tell in the early going they'd like to have the ball in the hands of Kevin Howell, the sophomore, 5'850" as much as they can. He's the single man split wide right with two receivers to the left. Meisman, the quarterback, is in the shotgun this time. A little bit of a slow snap. Throws across the middle and a lot of traffic, but has his intended receiver out to the 30-yard line. And the receiver here is Flynn Tyree. So give him a gain of 14 on the play to Tyree, and it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Pretzels on their first down of the evening. So the ball out to the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Clock down under 5:40 now in the first. 8-0 Pittsfield as they scored on their opening drive. New Berlin back in the double wing, and they are foot to foot at the line. Under center is Meisman, the quarterback. Takes the snap. He goes back to pass. Looking downfield, has his man. Reception is made by Matt Crow, and Crow is into Saki territory. Steps out of bounds at the 48-yard line, so a gain of 22 on the play. And New Berlin first down, their second in a row on a 22-yard pass to Matt Crow, his first catch of the night. So third receiver that Meisman has hit. And into Saki territory, down to the 40, caught the 47-yard line, in fact. 1st and 10. 5 minutes to play in the first. Trips right. Meisman is in the shotgun. Saki's going to get some pressure on him. Now he's back to pass, steps up through the pressure. He is going to be hit now, and what a hit he took that time from Lane Elliott. Good gain on the play, though, on first down. A 5-yard pickup down to the 42-yard line. And it brings up a 2nd down and 5. So 2nd and 5 from the 42. Elliott is a sophomore for the Saki squad, and he showed a pretty good hit on the quarterback. Meisman popped right back up, but if you're the quarterback, you don't like to take a lot of shots like that. Two receivers split wide right, a single man to the left-hand side. Now they'll have two receivers to the left, including Howell. Meisman in the pistol, with a running back Williams to his left. Puts a man in motion from the right-hand side. Going to hand the ball to the motion man. Not a clean handoff, but Tyree's got it, trying to turn it up, and is taken down after a short gain. Saki sideline thought there might be a hole. That's a pickup down to the 39-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain. And this will bring up a 3rd down and 2. So Tyree on his first carry of the evening. 3:45 to play in the first. 3rd and 2. Again, another situation where you have to watch the football. Don't get drawn off sides with the hard count. It is 3rd and 2 from the Saki 39. Trips right, single man to the left-hand side, and the quarterback is Meisman. Stands about 4 yards deep in the backfield. Play clock ticking down to 5. Meisman will get the play up. A high snap. He's back to pass. Now he's got pressure from Story. Meisman trying to throw with a man around his ankles. Throws it up for grabs. Oh, and Farrago couldn't bring it in. A dangerous decision by Meisman. It falls harmlessly to the turf. And an incomplete pass will bring up a 4th and 2 from the 39. Story pressured him that time, and he threw a ball up for grabs, and the Sakis unfortunately could not grab it out of the air. That would have been huge. 3:07 to play in the first. Another hard count situation possibly, and they'll come out in the foot-to-foot wing T look now with Meisman under quarterback. 4th and 2 from the Saki 39. Under center is Meisman, puts a man in motion, takes the snap, hands it off on the inside, handoff now to Howell. Howell's got running room, look out, he might go. 20-yard line, 15, 10, going to be on his feet, hits the pylon, and he's in for the score. So a 39-yard run on 4th and 2. And Howell puts the Pretzels on the board with 2:57 to play in the first quarter. So they ran a little inside handoff that time. Howell had a lead blocker, and he beat everybody for a 39-yard scamper. Man hit him at about the 5, but he blew through that. And it makes it an 8-6 score. 2:57 to play in the first. New Berlin, you would expect to go for 2 here. Really doesn't make a lot of sense to kick at this point, although you have seen a lot of teams do that, and now New Berlin calls the timeout. We'll pause as well. 2:57 to play in the first. 8-6. Saki's on top. New Berlin's extra point when we come back.
In the charming town of Pittsfield, Illinois, awaits a dining experience sure to impress. Nucci's Restaurant, specializing in Italian cuisine, succulent steaks, seafood, pasta, burgers, sandwiches, and scrumptious desserts, all made to order. Mouth-watering and high-quality dishes at affordable prices. Nucci's is the perfect setting for a dinner date or a family meal. It's more than dining, it's an experience. Check out Facebook for live entertainment. Once you experience Nucci's, it will become a favorite destination.
2:57 to play in the first. New Berlin comes out to set up for the 2-point try. Meisman is in the pistol. He's got a single back behind him in Isaac Lucky. Trips left, single man to the right. Meisman, the quarterback, is back to pass. Looking to his right, throwing a little fade to the corner of the end zone, has his man in Matt Crow. And the 2-point pass to Crow ties the game at 8 points apiece. 2:57 to play in the first. Pittsfield and New Berlin are tied at 8. Back with you after this timeout.
Systems builders for all your insulation needs. We are a full-service insulation contractor offering both open and closed cell spray foam, blown cellulose, and fiberglass installation. Best Systems has 2 BPI certified professionals ready to inspect your home or business today. You may qualify for incentives through the American Act on Energy program. Call Scott or Michael at 217-285-6005 for your free estimate, or visit us online at gobestsystems.com and start saving money on your energy bill today.
2 minutes, 57 seconds to play in the first quarter. Game tied at 8 on the Trash Queen scoreboard as New Berlin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 play drive. They score on a 39-yard touchdown run on 4th and 2 from the Saki 39. And the 2-point try on the pass and the fade was good for the Pretzels to make this an 8-all contest. Lipkeman Seed Sales is your Pioneer dealer. They can also assist you with precision farming and crop insurance. Call Aaron Lipkeman, 217-430-4516, or Brett Lipkeman, 217-242-2703. The kicker for New Berlin once again appears to be Bixby. Bixby's a freshman. He didn't kick it extremely deep the last time, but I think that was intentional. He will put his foot into this one. Another little kick toward the sideline. It's going to roll out of bounds, and that'll be a penalty, and the Sakis will, I would think, take the ball after the penalty. Yeah. So I don't think you make a re-kick on that. Referee picked up the flag and acted like he waved it off for a second, but that ball definitely went out of bounds. And, yeah, they'll just take the ball up at the 35-yard line, and that's where the Sakis will get it 1st and 10 from their own 35. 2:57 to play here in the first. Sakis were stopped on their last drive, forced to punt, and looking to get some momentum going again here in a game that's now tied at 8. McAllister is in the pistol. 2 men to the left, a single man to the right. They'll hand it off to Grattan, running right up the gut, and there's not much there. Maybe a gain of 1 with forward progress. And now Grattan shoves the man afterwards, and so now the Sakis will have a personal foul. And a 1-yard gain by Grattan, but then he's got to keep his cool even though the man was kind of picking at the ball. He came out and shoved him, and you can't have that. So instead of 2nd and 9, it's going to be a 2nd down and long. They will move that ball all the way back to the 21-yard line. So the second penalty of the night on the Sakis, 2 penalties for 20 yards. Sakis will bring Story in, and Grattan will head to the sideline, it appears. 2nd down and 25. In a tough spot with 2:47 to play in the first. Game knotted up here. This is one of those situations where you tell McAllister, don't try to do too much. You don't want to throw a pick at this end of the field. He's back to pass now, looking, has his man in Stout. Stout going to turn it up in the middle of the field, breaking arm tackles, and is taken up near the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 8 on the play. Stout's third reception of the contest, and that'll bring up a third down and about 17 from the 29-yard line, their own 29 for Pittsfield, with just over 2:20 to play in the first. Sockies break the huddle with Farrago and Stout split wide right. Two men are wide to the left-hand side. Story's the single back, stands to the right of the quarterback, McAllister. He's back to pass. Goes through his reads, looks down the field, and it's intercepted. Intercepted here by the defensive back in Joey Meisman, and then a flag flies in. So tried to throw it in traffic that time, then McAllister, and gets picked off with 1:55 to play in the first. Let's see what the penalty flag is about. I believe it was on the run back, so this interception is going to stand. McAllister's first INT of the night. Usually on those run backs, you'll see a block in the back call, and we'll see a hold against the Sockies, actually. All right, so they'll decline that play, and New Berlin will take over 1st and 10 at the Socky 22-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 22 with 1:55 to play in the first. And now you'll see what your defense is made of here. They have not had a lot of luck slowing down New Berlin offensively. Really, the penalty on the first drive for the Pretzels is what did them in, more so than the pressure of the Socky defense. But let's see what happens here. 1st and 10 from the Socky 22, 1:55 to play in the first in a game that's tied at 8 points apiece. Meisman, the quarterback, breaks the huddle with trips left, a single man to the right-hand side. Williams now moves from his left to his right in the backfield. See if they want to go to the air here on 1st down. Try for maybe a touchdown strike. He's back to pass, looking for that. Looks to the end zone, has his man in Howell, and it is a touchdown. So Howell catches it on a 22-yard touchdown reception, his second catch of the evening. And New Berlin on top for the first time tonight by a 14-8 count. So the Pretzels looking to take the wind out of the Socky sails here in the first as they went for the touchdown strike on the first play and got what they were looking for. And on to kick here is Bixby. His extra point attempt looks to be wide left, and it is wide left, and it'll make it still 14-8. 14-8, New Berlin on top, 1:50 to play in the first. Back after this.
Dear Western Grain Service is your progressive feed and grain resource for Western Illinois. They offer a full range of feed products for all species and many grain merchandising opportunities with locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Western Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwesterngrain.com. Welcome to Westtown Ford, serving Central and West Central Illinois. When you're shopping for a new vehicle, we believe you need a comfortable ambiance, dynamic selection of vehicles, competitive options for financing, and high-quality service to feel confident and stress-free throughout the car buying process. At Westtown Ford, you will find just that, a great selection of Ford models and a team that will make the process as smooth as possible. Westtown Ford Lincoln in Jacksonville, just 30 minutes away from high prices.
1:50 to play in the first. New Berlin on top 14-8 on the Trash Queen scoreboard on the 22-yard pass to Howell on their one-play drive. Bixby on to kick off for the Pretzels. Has his hand in the air, gets the whistle. Let's see if they might try to onside. Nope, puts it in the air. It's going to be taken back by Ballinger near the 17. Up across the 30 in a hurry. 40-yard line, breaks through the line, runs into a man near the 50 and is dragged down at the Socky, check that, New Berlin 48-yard line. So another good return by Marco Ballinger with 1:43 to play in the first. He gives the Sockies good field position at the New Berlin 48. The Sockies' last drive was detoured by a 15-yard penalty on 1st down. And they'll look to stay penalty free on this drive. They looked so good and in sync on that first drive of the game and are looking to gain that momentum back. Farrago and Stout are split wide right. It looks like Petty is the single receiver to the left. McAllister stands in the shotgun. 1:43 to play in the first. Hard snap count is back to pass, and a penalty flag flies, and they'll call it a false start against the Sockies. So that'll be their third penalty of the contest. Move the ball back to the Socky 47 now on a 1st and 15. So headed the wrong direction right now is Pittsfield. Pike County Concrete, if you need concrete for your next job or project, give Pike County Concrete a call. 217-285-5548 with locations in Pittsfield and Jacksonville to better serve you. So 1:40 to play in the first. And 1st and 15 for the Sockies. Two receivers left this time. Farrago's the man to the right. Let's see if they want to run it here on 1st down. They do. Run it to Grattan along the left. Breaks through the initial tackle. Up across the original line of scrimmage down to the 46-yard line. So that's a gain of 7 yards on the play. And brings up a 2nd down and about 8. Grattan with 5 carries for 22 yards on the evening. Back into pretzel territory at their 46. Just over a minute to play in the game's opening quarter. 2 receivers left, a single receiver to the right-hand side. McAllister's 7-yard deep in the backfield. Hands it off to Story this time running left, and he's going to lose yardage. Still trying to fight for it, but he'll lose back to the original line, it looks like. Whistles in, and there's a penalty flag, and if this is against the Sockies again, this is bad news. Let's wait and see what happens here. Story lost 2 yards. And then we're going to see a personal foul. It's going to go against Pittsfield. Personal foul against the Sockies, and you just got to be more disciplined than they are right now. Dead ball personal fouls are absolute killers to drives. That ball is all the way back to the Socky 38-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd and a mile. Paul Petty wants the timeout. We'll pause as well. 53.8 seconds to play in the first. 14-8 New Bourbon on top. Back after this.
Since 1962, Logan Ag has provided customers with quality products, competitive prices, and...
But what about the new locations, Grampy?
What new location?
Well, boys, Logan Ag now has locations in Winchester, Illinois, and in LaBelle, Missouri.
So now there are 4?
I'll be 4 this year.
Logan Ag, serving customers in Griggsville and Winchester, Illinois, Paris, and LaBelle, Missouri.
Our vision for agriculture is 2020.
So the Sockies whistle the timeout here. And Paul Petty, the head coach for Pittsfield, is speaking to the official, and I am just speculating on what he's talking about. New Berlin doing a lot of hitting very near or very after the whistle, or still grabbing at the ball. Twice now the Sockies have retaliated and have been called for a penalty. And I'm going to guess what he's saying to the official is if you stop that, there wouldn't be a retaliation. But still, if you're Pittsfield, you can't have that type of reaction, especially on a dead ball. It is 3rd and 24 from their own 38. And what you do here is you put a sophomore quarterback like McAllister in a situation where he thinks he has to try to get all this back in one time. We saw it on the last drive through the interception. At this point, you're just trying to gain what you can and then hopefully get a good punt. You're not likely to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and 24. Stranger things have happened. So the clock stopped with the timeout. 53.8 seconds to play in the first. And the Sockies already with 40 yards in penalties after being so clean last week against Porter. Trips right. McAllister's in the shotgun. He's back to pass. Looking downfield, down the middle, and it's in and out of the hands of Joel Clemens. Incomplete pass will stop the clock and bring up a 4th down and 24. The Sockies will punt. So Clemens would have gained about 10 yards on that play. And you say, well, what difference does it make? Field position at 10 yards can be huge. So 4th down and a punt here for the Sockies, as they're unable to pick up a first down. A couple of penalties on that drive. A false start and a personal foul. 49.7 seconds to play in the first. Petty stands back at his own 25-yard line. Gets a good snap this time, puts his foot into this one. A high kick does not go extremely deep. It will hit off of New Berlin. The Sockies need to get on that ball. It's loose, and who's got it? It hit off New Berlin's player's calf. The Sockies with 2 men there, the Pretzels with 1 man there, and Pittsfield has recovered. So they catch a break as the Pretzels unaware of where the ball was at that point, and Pittsfield will take over 1st and 10 at the Pretzel 37. And is that the break the Sockies need to get things rolling back their direction? 39 seconds to play in the first. That is a dangerous place to be in. It was really just one of the outside men. He was trying to get downfield to set up the block, and he had no idea that ball was kicked so short. And it came up and hit him in the calf. 2 receivers to the left, a single man to the right-hand side. McAllister stands in the shotgun with Grattan behind him. They'll hand it off to Grattan along the left-hand side. Cuts it up, runs over the defensive back inside the 30, and there's a penalty flag as they come in and hit Grattan in the back. And that'll be a penalty this time on the late hit by Mike Miller as he comes in and spears Grattan in the back after he was already on the ground. So Grattan down to the 28-yard line, and things are chippy here in the early going. 9 yards on the play. This will be a personal foul against the Pretzels. So it's their 4th penalty for 50 total yards, and the referees are probably going to need to have a talk with both squads because emotions are high right now. 9.8 seconds to play in the first, and I think the best thing that could happen here, well, I guess that's a defensive penalty, so the clock won't start. I was just going to say, just let the clock run out and get both teams to their sidelines where the coaches can call for some cooler heads. 9.8 seconds to play in the first, and this ball will move all the way down. Deep in Pretzel territory, should be near the 15, I believe, is where they'll sit it down. And it's at the 14. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line for the Sockies, and they will wind the clock. It's because it was a dead ball foul, that's why. And that'll be the end of the first. Sockies will have it 1st and 10 from the New Berlin 14-yard line to start the second quarter. It's the Pretzels 14, Pittsfield 8. Back with you after this on Central Illinois Sports.
The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
Welcome to the city of Pittsfield, a great place to call home or a great place to visit as a home away from home. Visit the beautiful downtown area with the Pike County Courthouse and many businesses and restaurants to enjoy. Then check out the Pittsfield City Lake, a great place for boating, fishing, and camping. And new to the lake this year, a disc golf course. Learn more about all that the city of Pittsfield has to offer by visiting their website, pittsfieldil.org. The city of Pittsfield and Mayor John Hayden wish the Sockies good luck this season.
We welcome you back on Central Illinois Sports. After one quarter, it's New Berlin 14, Pittsfield 8. The Sockies will have the ball 1st and 10 at the New Berlin 14 to start this second quarter play. LSSG Trucking and 3D Leasing is your local source for all your trucking and hauling needs. Call the Dunham boys and their professional team, 217-285-2808. So some personal fouls against both squads in the first quarter, and hopefully both teams can stay under control, and we don't see any more of those the rest of the game. Pittsfield will split 2 receivers out wide left. A single receiver to the right is Farrago. Grattan stands 7-yard deep in the backfield behind the quarterback, McAllister. He is going to hand it off. Grattan looking to run left. He kind of loses his footing here. Down to the 10-yard line, a gain of 4 on the play by Gage Grattan. He's got 7 carries for 35 yards. 2nd and 6 from the 10. And you can tell even on that play, Grattan a little hyped up right now. He kind of was upset with himself for not getting to be able to get that cut back for a couple more yards. Now Story's back there. They'll hand it off to Story, looking for running room up the middle. Breaks a tackle inside the 10, 5, stretches for the goal line and is down short at the 1. So that's a gain of 9, and it'll be a first and goal from the 1 for the Saki. Story with 10 yards on 3 carries. So a chance to tie the game up here and possibly take the lead as it's first and goal from the 1. 11:15 and the clock stops. The Story went out of bounds. Nope, they'll start it now, all right. I didn't think he'd gotten all the way to the sideline there. First and goal. McAllister stands back at the 5. Grattan's back at the 7. So that 1 yard becomes a lot more, but they'll hand it off to Grattan. No, it's a fumble. It's a fumble. Grattan does recover. And holy cow, Pittsfield, for the 3rd time tonight, catches what is a big break. So no gain, no loss. Grattan very alertly got on that ball. And it's second and goal from the 1. Woo. So don't count that touchdown just yet. First time we've seen the exchange between the quarterback and the running back go awry. 2 men wide right. Single receiver to the left is J.J. Petty. McAllister is back there in the backfield at the quarterback, and the running back is Story. They'll hand it off to him. Running to the right. Huge hole, and that'll be easy. He'll go in almost untouched. And Colton Story and the Sakis have tied the game at 14 points apiece with 10:19 to play in the second. So the Sakis with their second touchdown of the evening, tied at 14 now on the Trash Queen scoreboard, and J.J. Petty on for the extra point attempt, trying to give the Sakis a 1-point lead. Jeremiah Jackson, the holder. It was a bad snap last time, but Jackson was able to pick it up and scurry to the end zone for the 2-point try. Let's hope for a good snap and a good kick. High snap, kick is up, kick looks to be good, and it is. 15-14, Saki's back on top. 10:19 to play in the second as you watch high school football action on Central Illinois Sports.
Did you know that PCRE Real Estate and Auction now offers a full-service auction alternative? Farmland, residential real estate, commercial real estate, estates, guns, antiques, farm equipment, and commercial equipment are a few examples that the experienced auction team is ready to assist you with. Our team can make the auction experience less stressful and smooth. Check out our next auctions at our new auction location at 500 Piper Lane in Pittsfield, or call 217-430-2985 and speak with Jason Duke to learn more. Spring will be here before you know it. Don't let busted screens leave you feeling cooped up when the nice weather arrives. Pike County Glass is your one-stop shop for screen and window repair. From storm window and screen repair to screened-in porch installation, Pike County Glass does it all and more. All with high-quality craftsmanship and products, plus customer service that is second to none. Call Pike County Glass at 217-285-4275 or stop by at 1071 West Washington Street in Pittsfield. Pike County Glass, West Central Illinois' glass experts.
The Sakis are back on top 15-14 with 10:19 to play in the second. Petty on to kick off for the Sakis. Howell is back deep. Also back there is Mr. Lucky. Isaac Lucky. He's a freshman. A lot of youngsters here for New Berlin playing on the varsity squad. The ball will be taken by Howell at about his own 5. Up across the 10, 15-yard line before he meets some resistance. Howland's right on his tail, trying to chase him down, turns him up, and is taken down out of bounds near the 20-yard line. So Howell ran a long way to gain those extra couple of yards. And it'll be first and 10 for New Berlin at what appears to be, is it the 19 or the 20? Set the ball and we'll find out. 10:09 to play in the second, and the ball's at the 19. So at their own 19 with 10:09 to play in the second. Here comes Mr. Meisman and company. Joey Meisman's a junior. This is a New Berlin team that appears to be on the up-and-coming side of things. 15-14 is the Saki lead, as Petty did make that extra point. And New Berlin back on the attack. Really, both teams have only stopped themselves tonight with penalties, and the New Berlin had the turnover on special teams with the ball that hit the man in the back. Meisman's in the shotgun, going to hand it off to Williams running left. Going to gain across the 20 to the 21-yard line for a gain of 2. And it brings up a second down and 8. So Williams' second carry of the night. 2 carries for 2 yards, and now here's a penalty flag that comes in late. Let's wait and see. Both teams have been bitten by the penalty bug here in the early going. And what do we have? Didn't necessarily see anything late. And could be against the Sakis possibly, based on reaction of the sideline. Now all the referees are together in the middle of the field in a pack. They are not 6 feet socially distanced, but they do appear to be masked. 9:52 to play in the second. 15-14 Sakis, and what have we got? 2 flags on the field. They're going to talk through this one and hopefully give us an explanation in a short moment. And they are, the referee is going to come over and tell us what. It is now they want to talk to Paul Petty. And you don't like to see that because that might mean you see an ejection. You come over and talk to the coach like that. Again, not trying to be overly speculative, but usually the referee doesn't come over to tell the coach, hey, this is the penalty we've got right here. So Paul Petty doesn't appear to be pleased by what the official is telling him. The official doesn't appear to be pleased by the news he is delivering at this point, and I think we very well may see an ejection. They're still talking about it. And the referee will give us a signal here in a moment. It is a dead ball, personal foul against the Sakis. And who's been ejected? They have thrown the Sakis' Nate Anderson out of the game. So Anderson has been ejected, and it's a 15-yard penalty against Pittsfield. That is their 3rd personal foul of the contest and will negate what was a short 2-yard play and give New Berlin a first down via the penalty all the way out to the 36-yard line. And Pittsfield's lack of discipline in this game has cost them dearly. So Anderson is finished for the evening, and that, I can honestly tell you, is the first time I can remember an ejection in the last decade plus. And didn't see what happened. It didn't really look like much was there. It was a 2-yard run. There were a lot of guys there, but something happened that the officials saw. And again, as the referee was explaining it to Paul Petty, he was didn't look to be too pleased to have to deliver the news. Anderson was out last week with an injury, and he's out this week now. 2 receivers are wide either side on a fresh set of downs out to the 36. We're back to live action with 9:46 to play in the second. Meisman is in the shotgun. Will keep it himself in the backfield, and he's going to get punished for that decision. And it is a slow whistle out there tonight. He will lose back inside the 35 to around the 33-yard line. That's a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13 from the 33. So the quarterback took a pretty good hit that time, did Joey Meisman. And it's 2nd and 13 from the 33 with just over 9 minutes to play in the second quarter. 2 receivers, nope, call it trips, as Howell also comes into the slot. A single man wide left. Let's see if they try to get him the ball here. Meisman's in the shotgun. Long snap count. Takes the snap. High one. Brings it down, though. Has a lot of time. Now he feels some pressure. He's going to try to tuck it and run. Still on his feet. Breaks a tackle. Going to have the first down. Good blocking out in front by New Berlin. And he's out to the 48-yard line. A pickup on the play of 15 yards. And that's a 1st and 10. Good play by Meisman as he felt the pocket collapsing and picks up the 1st and 10 on the 17-yard quarterback scramble. 8:40 and counting in the second quarter. 15-14 is the Saki lead on the Trash Queen scoreboard, but New Berlin with the ball with a fresh set of downs near midfield. 2 receivers are split wide to either side. Meisman is in the shotgun. He barks out the cadence takes the snap, going to hand it off to Williams. Williams with a positive gain, still looking for running yards here. Now spins his way forward. Good job finishing the run that time by Williams. Takes it to the Saki 47-yard line, a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 5 from the Saki 47. So Trey Williams gets a nice gain on 1st down into Saki territory with just under 8 minutes to play in the first half. Waters Concrete and Tim Waters can help you with all of your concrete, new builds, driveways, sidewalks, decorative patios, anything with concrete. It's Waters Concrete, 309-252-1052. Trips right, a single man to the left-hand side as Meisman again is back in the shotgun formation. Back the pass on 2nd and 5. Has some pressure. Steps up, though. Avoids the rush. And it's picked off. Farrago's got it at the 45. Mason Farrago with the INT. And Pittsfield back in business. Out to the 46-yard line is the little guy Farrago with the pick. With 7:27 to play in the second, it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. So a takeaway by Farrago. With 7:27 to play in the second quarter. That is a big play. See if the offense can capitalize on another takeaway here, as they did on the special teams miscue the last time. 2 men are wide right, a single man wide left, and McAllister is in the shotgun. Low snap, hands it off on the right-hand side. Grattan, big gain on 1st down. In fact, he's going to gain 9. 9 on the 1st down run by Gage Grattan. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 1 for the Sakis from the New Berlin 45. And Grattan is getting in to the defensive backfield now. Just about every time he touches the ball. And that is a dangerous place to be if you're a defensive back for New Berlin. Trying to tackle that 220-pound running back coming at you with a head of steam. McAllister again in the shotgun, draws the man offside, and the Sakis will get a free 1st down. Their 9th of the contest on another New Berlin penalty. They have 55 yards in penalty on 5 calls, and a 1st and 10 for Pittsfield. The ball will be right at the 40-yard line. So good job by the offensive coordinator Aaron Presley that time, mixing in the hard count, trying to keep New Berlin honest defensively. And you know, if you're the Pretzels, you're obviously at that point looking for a run by Gage Grattan, so you're trying to get off the ball quickly to stuff the run, and a little too aggressive that time, got drawn off sides. 2 receivers wide left, a single man to the right. McAllister's in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Story, and Story is pummeled this time in the backfield as the man who got the pressure that time was Austin Paisley. He's going to drop him for a 1-yard loss. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 11 from the 41. So 2nd and 11 from the 41, just over 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. 15-14, Sakis had the lead here on homecoming. It's also senior night. And the fans kind of quiet right now, really. 15-14 game. Well, people usually get a little more excited. 2 receivers right. McAllister stands in the backfield. Going to pass. Looking across the middle. Has his man. That's Bobby Stout on the catch. Stout with the hands there. Down to the 29-yard line. That'll be a gain of 12 on the play on the pass to Bobby Stout. He has 4 receptions now for a total of 45 yards. And a Saki 1st and 10 on their 10th 1st down of the night. Down to the 29-yard line of New Berlin. 5:35 to play in the second, and a well-thrown ball by the quarterback McAllister, and Stout's got really good hands. Now the Sakis will split. Palmer out wide right, Stout and Petty to the left. You think they'll try to run the ball on 1st down here. They'll hand it off to Grattan, running up the gut, stiff arms a man, breaks a tackle, still running hard, and he's running like a man possessed right now. Look at him keep those legs churning. Down inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play by Gage Grattan. Call it a 2nd down and 4 yards to go. He's got 50 yards now on 10 carries. 1st and 10 from the 23. Man, Grattan ran hard that time. Holy cow. He was hit right at about the line of scrimmage, and he carried 2 men with him for the next 6 yards or so. 2nd down and a short 4. McAllister is going to try the hard count again. Tries to draw him off. Now takes the snap. Hands it to Grattan. Big gain. Left side. 15-10. Runs over a man and is taken down right near the 9. So that'll be a gain on the play of 14 yards and a first and goal from the 9 for the Sockies. Their 11th of the evening. 4:25 to play in the half. A 15-14 lead and looking to add to the advantage here. But it's a long 9 yards to go. Of course, they have Petty as the kicker if they're unable to get it in the first 3 plays. So if you're Pittsfield, you have to feel pretty good about your opportunity to come away with points here. Now they kind of look back at the play clock, and we may see the Sockies call a timeout here. I think that's what we're going to have. Play clock is down to 2, and now they do whistle the timeout for the Sockies. We'll pause as well. 3:56 to play in the second. It's a 15-14 Pittsfield lead on top of New Berlin. Back after this on Central Illinois Sports.
No matter who wins today, you can be on the winning team. Discover a job where your pay, job security, and safety are our top priorities. At DOT, our material handlers and drivers earn some of the best money in the market. Plus, we top that off with goal-based pay opportunities, profit sharing, vacation time, 401k matching, and more. Make your fantasy team a reality. Join DOT today.
.356 to play in the second quarter. A 15-14 advantage for the Sockies on top of New Berlin. They have the ball first and goal from the 9 of the Pretzels. Graham Angus Farm. Hey, give Danny Graham a call for your purebred Angus cattle needs. Bulls and heifers currently for sale at Graham Angus Farm in Milton, Illinois. Call or text Danny Graham 217-723-4116. First and goal from the 9 for the Sockies. Coming out of the timeout, they've taken 2.5, have a single timeout remaining. New Berlin has not taken a timeout to this point in the contest. And the way Gage Grattan's been running the ball, I think you hand it off here and see what the big fella might be able to do. Petty is split wide left. They'll also send Farrago out that direction. Stout's a single receiver to the right. In the shotgun is the quarterback, McAllister. They'll hand it off on the little delay. Grattan a very short gain down to the 7-yard line, a 2-yard gain, and to bring up a second and goal from the 7. That's the problem when you're in the shotgun. He's 7 yards deep, so when he takes the ball from the quarterback, he's still about 5 yards deep, so he ran 7 yards to pick up 2. It does give him an opportunity to pick up some momentum. So it's kind of a catch-22. 2 receivers right, single man left. Again, McAllister's in the shotgun, clock counting down at the 3:20 mark of the second quarter. Weston McAllister, hard count, takes the snap, hands it to Grattan along the right-hand side, tripped up now, dives forward to near the 4. That'll be a gain of 3, and it's a third and goal from the 4. 69 yards on 13 carries now for Gage Grattan, and it's third down and goal to go. Here would be a perfect opportunity for a hard count. 2:52 and counting in the second. Sockies have mixed up the cadence some, trying to keep New Berlin on their heels a little bit defensively. In the middle of that defense for New Berlin is Mike Miller, the 6'1", 300-pound junior. So it's making it hard to run up the gut. McAllister's in the shotgun on the third and goal from the 4. Takes the snap, back the pass, looking for the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. That's Joel Clemens on the touchdown catch. And with 2:28 to play in the second, the Sockies lead 21-14. Clemens with the first touchdown catch of his high school career. It's a 4-yard reception from McAllister with 2:28 to play in the first. And it was a strike with a lot of traffic there, and Clemens redeems himself for the drop earlier. That play was a little bigger, though. The previous drop was on third and about 24. Petty on for the point after attempt for the Sockies. It's a good snap. The hold is down. The kick is up. The kick appears to be good, and it is. 22-14. Pittsfield on top on back-to-back scores. 2:28 to play in the second. Back with you following this timeout.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we asked, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want, now and years from now. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Don Kirk or Sheila Davidsmeyer today at 217-285-4014.
2 minutes, 28 seconds to play in the second quarter. Pittsfield is out to a 22-14 lead on the 4-yard touchdown reception by the senior Joel Clemens from McAllister on 3rd and goal from the 4. 2:28 to play in the second. And the Sockies to kick off here. That drive was started with the pick by Farrago. And the Sockies for the second time convert on a turnover by the Pretzels and turn it into points. 2:28 to play in the second quarter. Still a lot of time left in the half. New Berlin will also get the ball to start the second half, so it's imperative for the Sockies to keep them out of the end zone here to end the first half. J.J. Petty on to kick. Howell and Lucky back deep. That's Kevin Howell, the sensational sophomore, and they'll kick it right at him. He'll pick the ball up near the 11. Going to run toward the wide side of the field, 15-yard line, meets some resistance, and he'll be tripped up, taken down near the 16. That looked like, who is that man at that tackle? That was another good open field tackle by the Sockies. That's Jason McKeon on the stop, I believe. And that'll be where New Berlin will take over 1st and 10 at their own 16 with 2:22 to play in the second. And I'm telling you, the Sockies, while they've got some speed on the outside, and they've shown it here a couple of times tonight, especially on that special team side, a vast improvement from a year ago. Long field in front of them for New Berlin. For the Sockies to keep men in front of you, make them gain or earn every yard they gain. Meisman is in the shotgun, trips right. He goes back to pass on 1st down, has some time, looking deep now, steps up in the pocket, sets his feet, throws way downfield, and look out, this man's wide open. That's Tyree. Tyree with the catch of the 20, 15, 10, chased down from behind, but I think he's got it to the pylon. Let's wait and see. The referee will tell us he's out at the 1. Oh my goodness, Tyree was open. He gains from his own 16, 84 yards. 83 yards down to the 1. 83 yards on the pass to Flynn Tyree. Ouch. You don't see a lot of 83-yard receptions in the high school game, but you did right there. And New Berlin with the 1st and goal from the Socky 1. Well, we told you, don't let guys get behind you, and Tyree was about 10 yards behind the defensive back. They'll hand it off to the deep back now. This is Flynn Tyree, and they let him finish off the play as he runs it in from 1 yard out, and the game is now a 2-point score. So Tyree with his second carry of the night, this time takes it in from 1 yard out to make it a 22-20 score on the Trash Queen scoreboard. And now New Berlin will go for 2 to try to tie it up. And again, after some momentum for the Sockies, it's a back and forth battle. Holding New Berlin out from this 2-point try, though, would be big. Still 2:02 to play in the half, so Pittsfield will get another chance to make something happen offensively here in the half. Trips left, a single man to the right. Meisman's in the shotgun. He's back to pass. Looking to his right, the receiver a little late out of his break, but he's got his man again. The exact same play they ran on the 2-point try the last time. It's to Crow again, and the game's tied at 22. All knotted up here, 2:02 to play in the half. Sockies, Pretzels from Pittsfield. Back after this.
You would like to thank everyone in our community for your support in the past 15 years. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space with spirit wear for Unity Mustangs, Liberty Eagles, Brown County Hornets, and our hometown Central Panthers. Businesses, let us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. We are excited to now offer lasered hat patches. With limitations on attendance to local sporting events, we are excited to help bring you this game. Press yours on you, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois.
Well, New Berlin picked up 83 yards in a single strike. They run it in then from a single yard out, and the two-point try is good with 2:02 to play in the first half. And we're tied at 22 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Let's see if the Saki special teams can give their squad another burst of energy here. Ballinger got a good return the last time. Let's see if he could get another. Will they give him a chance? Bixby puts his foot into this one. It's going to be taken now by the up back. That appears to be Ballinger. Still on his feet. Marco looking for running room, and he'll get another good run out to the 46-yard line. And that's where the Sakis will take over 1st and 10 at their own 46. And good special teams can change a game in a hurry. 1:56 to play in the half. 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Now, with the leg of J.J. Petty, you're looking to get the ball somewhere near the 30-yard line. I'd say that's about the distance he could put it in. He could put it in a little farther than that, but you're pretty comfortable with him 30 yards, or from the 30-yard line and in, which would be a 40-yard field goal, which is no small feat in the high school game, or just take a touchdown, right? 2 receivers left, 2 men right. McAllister, the quarterback, with Grattan standing to his right in the backfield. He's back to pass. Has time, throwing right. It is caught by Stout. Stout now spins forward near the New Berlin 45-yard line. That's a gain of 9 on the play on the reception by Bobby Stout. It'll bring up a 2nd and 1. McAllister up to 71 yards passing on 13 attempts. Sakis with 1 timeout. Clock counting down, 1:34 and counting in the second from the New Berlin 45. Trips left, single man to the right. McAllister in the shotgun again. Back to pass, rolling left. Has time, throws downfield. Again, it's Stout. Has a blocker. Ooh, the sniper got him. Tripped up by the 40. Check that 35-yard line. So give the 35-yard line a good tackle on the play. It's a Saki first down to the New Berlin 35. Bobby was trying to catch and go in a hurry. Did a good job, though. He made the catch first, and so often you see that not happen. 1:20 and counting in the second. Why is the clock running? They haven't even set the chains. 2 receivers. Check that now. 3 to the right, a single man left. McAllister in the gun with under 1:10 to play in the second. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Pump fake, now throws. It is incomplete. Intended receiver was J.J. Petty. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 10. That's not the worst thing in the world that can happen. Stops the clock with 1:02 to play in the second. They're about 5 yards away from what I would consider field goal range for J.J. Petty. 1:02 to play in the half. Game tied at 22 points apiece. Been an entertaining first half, hasn't it? If you're not entertained by this contest, I don't know what you're looking for. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left-hand side. McAllister again in the shotgun. Scans the defense. Back to pass. Sets, throws across the middle. It's popped up in the air, and it is picked off. Did that ball hit the ground? This is a big call right here. Incomplete. And that may be the 4th huge break the Sakis have caught on just fluky plays, and they say that ball hit the ground incomplete. And it's the Saki ball. New Berlin's coaching staff is incredulous about the call. They thought he caught it. They call that an incomplete pass, and that is as big of a call as you're going to get. Now New Berlin's coaching staff is asking for the official. And here's my thing. What are you going to talk about? There's no instant replay. We're not calling New York. We're not going to the booth. There's nothing to talk about here. He can yell and scream until his little heart explodes on the sideline, but there is nothing to overturn this call. So they'll get the ball set. And from the 35, the Sakis will have it 3rd and 10. 54 seconds to play in the second. Trips right. Petty is the single man to the left. Again, you don't have to pick this all up on one play here. Just get back in the field goal range. Back to passes, McAllister. A lot of pressure. Looking downfield. J.J. Petty with the catch. And how about that? He says, how about a kick? No, sir. Down to the 1, and he's out of bounds. First and goal from the 1 with 47.8 seconds to play in the half. A 34-yard strike to Jonas J.J. Petty, and the Sockies are first and goal from the New Berlin 1-yard line. Kick. What kick? Still got a score here, though. 47.8 seconds to play in the second. 1 timeout left for Pittsfield. New Berlin has all 3 left on their side, and I think they want a timeout, and they do. They were whistled for the timeout. And that's a very interesting call for New Berlin. I understand you want to keep Pittsfield out of the end zone here, but with 47 seconds left, really if you would just kind of let them score, you would get the ball back with 3 timeouts. If your special teams could set you up in a good situation, you could maybe have a chance to get a touchdown before the end of the half. But now down to 2 timeouts. Again, if you're Pittsfield, it's still very important that you punch this in. Still a whole yard to go. Hey, I'm not sure if you've heard, but our friends at Dot Foods have some great career opportunities available right now. They're looking to hire more than 100 people for positions in their warehouse in Mount Sterling. And if you want to talk about a great team, the Dot team is it. The company's been part of the community for over 60 years. They just did a pay increase, so you can start in the warehouse earning up to $22.35 an hour. And on top of that, they have great benefits, paid vacation, profit sharing, 401k match, and a lot more. Check them out at Dot Foods Careers/warehouse. First and goal from the New Berlin 1 for Pittsfield with 47 seconds to play in the first half. It'll be an extended halftime, by the way, with homecoming. I think the cheerleaders are performing, the Sockettes dancing, and the newly elected Mayor Gary Mendenhall will be fighting a live bear at halftime. 2 receivers right, single receiver to the left. The Sockies are bunched up near the line of scrimmage, and you don't see this much. They are going to take a knee here. New Berlin coming off sides. I think Pittsfield was setting up to take a knee to try to run some time off the clock. That's a bold move. The ball will be moved to the half-yard line. So New Berlin, a 1-yard penalty. It's still first and goal from the half-yard line. Still 47 seconds left. Pittsfield was all bunched up, and you know, when you don't snap the ball much from under center, that quarterback-center exchange can be a very important thing here. McAllister will set up under center. They're in what you would be in a formation to take a knee. Let's see what they run here. McAllister's under center. He takes a snap. He's just going to run it. He's got the touchdown. He's in for the score. Put your hands in the air. The official does just that, and McAllister takes it in with 43.4 seconds to play in the first, and the Sockies retake the advantage, 28-22. So 43.4 seconds to play in the half. McAllister takes it in from a single yard out. Petty will be on for the extra point attempt to try to make this a 7-point lead. He had the big catch in that drive, did JJ. See if he can stay perfect on the kicks. They had a bad snap earlier, but it still resulted in a 2-point conversion. It's a little bit of a high snap. The hold is down. The kick is up. Plenty of leg, and it splits the uprights. 29-22. Sockies have the lead. 43.4 seconds to play in the second. Back after this.
PCRE Real Estate and Auction is your #1 resource for buying or selling real estate in West Central Illinois. With 2 office locations, one in Pike County and the other in Calhoun County, PCRE Real Estate and Auction is the place to go when you're looking to buy or sell farmland, recreational and hunting land, residential or commercial property. See our current listings at PCRERealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for PCRE Real Estate and Auction.
Well, the band in attendance, and they have played the school song more tonight than they have in couple of years here at Glen C. Smithfield. The Sasakis have put up 29 in the first half. New Berlin with 2 timeouts, 43.4 seconds to go in the half. And the way they have been able to move the football, nothing is safe at this point. It starts with a good kick coverage here. And they've had a pretty good success rate at that so far tonight. See if they can keep that trend moving in the right direction. Petty is ready to kick this one off. Howell and Lucky back deep. Petty will kick a little pooch. It'll be taken now near the 9 by Howell. He's up across the 20, 25-yard line. Makes a man miss. Burst of speed. Uh-oh. He is taken down. Good tackle by J.J. Petty. The kicker with the safety valve, and he's taken down at the 41-yard line, so it'll be good field position here for New Berlin from their own 41 with 35.2 seconds to play in the half. Now, if you're the defensive backs, you can't let people get behind you, as the man did the last time around in Tyree. He had an 83-yard catch. About 40 of that was in the air. So a pretty impressive arm by the quarterback, Mice. And the Sakis now call a timeout. 35.2 seconds to play in the half. It's Pittsfield 29, New Berlin 22.
In a world that seems to be out of control, your friends at First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois want you to know that the hope of God's love reaches out to you. God loves you and He has a purpose for your life. If you'd like to learn more about this, we invite you to join us at 8 a.m. or at 10:30 on Sunday mornings at 225 North Memorial Street in Pittsfield, or online at fccpittsfield.org, our Facebook page, or our YouTube channel. First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois, a safe place to learn and grow.
35.2 seconds to play in the second quarter. 29-22 advantage for Pittsfield. The Sakis took the timeout. It's their final timeout of the half. New Berlin still has 2 timeouts in their pocket, and they'll have the ball 1st and 10 from the Saki 41-yard line. They have shown to be explosive, has this New Berlin team. Sakis will bring Palmer in. He'll play on the line, so they're looking for a little more speed to rush the quarterback. Meisman has not been pressured much in the backfield here tonight. He scans the defense. Back to pass on 1st down. Steps up to avoid the rush. Now he's hit and taken down. Taken down by the Sakis right in the middle. And is that Palmer? I think it is. I think Ethan Palmer came in to clobber the quarterback that time, and that was a good call by the Saki defense. They put the quicker man in Palmer in, and now Meisman is down and hurt. He kind of got tangled up with the lineman behind him, and Meisman is down after losing back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 17 from the 34. But right now you're worried about the New Berlin quarterback, Joey Meisman. He is laying on his backside here. And you don't really see any kind of emotion grabbing toward any, an ankle if it would have gotten rolled or anything like that. The coaching staff and the trainers are out taking a look at him. Palmer did a nice job, though. He came in and played that right defensive tackle spot, and it was just what we said pre-snap was they put him in there to get a little more speed, and he was able to get past the offensive lineman and hit the quarterback. A pretty big collision back there as well. And Meisman is down and hurt. Now, prior to the game, we did see several guys take snaps at quarterback for this New Berlin squad, including Ben Hermes, who's a sophomore, 5'11", 160 pounds. I believe he's the man throwing on the sideline, and he is a left-hander. So that changes things just a bit if he's going to come in here at the quarterback spot, and they're going to now ask for the ambulance to come out, and this is something you just never want to see. It unfortunately happens from time to time in the game of football, but you hate to see any young person injured like this, and they are not having Meisman move much right now. They're going to bring the cart out and load him on that, and we certainly have our thoughts with Meisman right now. We're going to pause for a break here. 23.7 seconds to play in the half. Pittsfield does have a 29-22 advantage on top of New Berlin, and we'll have the rest of the first half coming your way after this.
Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Bob Ray, Jesse Shootman, Triope and Kansas State grad Emily Carls, Nathan and new All-Star accountant Madeline Heyer. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you. When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Don Kirk or Sheila Davidsmeyer today at 217-285-4014. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Call Best Systems Builders for all your insulation needs. We are a full-service insulation contractor offering both open and closed cell spray foam, blown cellulose, and fiberglass installation. Best Systems has 2 BPI certified professionals ready to inspect your home or business today. You may qualify for incentives through the American Act on Energy program. Call Scott or Michael at 217-285-6005 for your free estimate or visit us online at gobestsystems.com and start saving money on your energy bill today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Never a sight you like to see in any kind of athletic event, especially at a high school level, is a young person having to be loaded onto a backboard here. Thankful for the Pike County Ambulance for having members of their crew on staff for an event such as this. Now, the other thing you have to take into account is sometimes they will, depending on who your officials are, sometimes they will wait for an ambulance to then return to the site before they would allow play to start again, so you would have another crew on hand in case of another injury. Rare as it may be, it does and has happened, and so we'll have to wait and see if they allow play to start immediately here with 23.7 seconds to play in the half in a 29-22 ball game. Again, the quarterback, Meisman, got hit, was sacked for a 7-yard loss, and has now being attended to by the medical personnel near the 35-yard line. His teammates kneeling, looking on from the hash line. The Saki squad did gather for a prayer on their sideline as well, and we certainly wish the best for young Mr. Meisman. Scary situation. We are thankful. It looks like he does have some folks here to support him and possibly a parent situation, which is something we were worried about when they start talking about fan restrictions, that what would happen in a situation just like this if somebody got injured. Luckily, it appears that he does have a parent or guardian here in attendance, and the Saki faithful with a standing ovation as that young man is carted off the field. And again, our thoughts and prayers to him. And what a tough situation now for New Berlin. You put a new quarterback in Hermas, who's not left-handed. Tim lied to us. 23.7 seconds to play in the half. But you just watched your teammate go down in an injury like that. It's not an easy thing. I mean, you watch NFL players struggle to see a teammate injured like that, let alone a high school young person. The referees are talking now with one of the coaches from New Berlin. I believe that is Seth Hill, the head coach. And they are going to put this ball back live. And again, the clock is running. I don't know that we'll see a play call here, and I would not imagine that to happen. And I think that's what Coach Hill said to the referees is, hey, we're not going to run a play. So we're going to head to halftime, and the halftime break presented by Carnes Communications, your local U.S. Cellular agent in Pittsfield, with a 29-22 lead for the Pittsfield Sockies on top of New Berlin. We've got halftime stats and analysis coming your way after this.
They say nothing in life is free. Well, we're here to tell you they're wrong. Because when you switch to U.S. Cellular, you can get the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free with no hidden requirements. That's right, the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G has launched and you can get it for free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular. Terms and conditions apply. See store or uscellular.com for details.
Carnes Communications, your local U.S. Cellular agent, on the corner of Jackson and Washington Street in Pittsfield. Call 285-5400 for Carnes Communications.
Western Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes offers support to our coaches, teachers, and athletes. Our mission is to help each grow in a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Western Illinois FCA invites you to go to westernilfca.org to find out more or to join us as a financial partner. Look for some great events coming up. In May, banquets in Jacksonville and Quincy, and the $1 Million Golf Shot too. Western Illinois FCA, working for you. Few things compare to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852. It's time for you to find out the difference that thousands have found with Westtown Ford in Jacksonville. If you're looking for a new Ford, Lincoln, or maybe a used car, truck, or SUV, why don't you take the short drive to Jacksonville, Illinois, Westtown Ford. They have the best sales and service in the area, and what a selection, thousands to choose from. It's Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, 30 minutes from high prices. Phone 217-245-7101 or go to westtownford.com.
Welcome back on the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular halftime show. It's a 29-22 advantage for the Pittsfield Sockies on top of New Berlin here at the halftime break. Taking a look at the scoring plays of the first half. The Sockies started with a touchdown at the 8:47 mark of the first quarter. It was McAllister to Stout on a 7-yard pass. The Jackson 2-point conversion was good, and the Sockies had an 8-0 lead. New Berlin responded at the 2:57 mark of the first quarter. Howell on a 39-yard run. The 2-point pass to Crow was good, and we were tied at 8. New Berlin then took the lead at the 150 mark of the first. A pass to Howell, a 22-yard completion from Meisman. The kick was no good, and New Berlin led 14-8. The Sockies then would score 2 times in a row at the 10:19 mark of the second quarter. A 1-yard run by Story. The kick by Petty was good, and Pittsfield reclaimed the lead, 15-14. Then with 2:22 to play in the half, a 4-yard pass to Joel Clemens. Petty's kick was good again to make it 22-14. New Berlin, though, would put the ball in the end zone just 20 seconds later at the 2:02 mark of the second. A 1-yard run by Tyree. The 2-point try was good, and we were tied at 22. And then the Sockies with 43.4 seconds to play in the half. McAllister took it in on a 1-yard run following a big catch by J.J. Petty that set the Sockies up first and goal from the 1. J.J. Petty's kick was good and gave the Sockies this 29-22 advantage. It is homecoming halftime here, so an extended halftime show. We'll pause for a break on the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular halftime and come back with team and individual stats next.
Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes offers support to our coaches, teachers, and athletes. Our mission is to help each grow in a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Western Illinois FCA invites you to go to westernilfca.org to find out more or to join us as a financial partner. Look for some great events coming up. In May, banquets in Jacksonville and Quincy, and the $1 Million Golf Shot too. Western Illinois FCA, working for you. Few things compare to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852. It's time for you to find out the difference that thousands have found with Westtown Ford in Jacksonville. If you're looking for a new Ford, Lincoln, or maybe a used car, truck, or SUV, why don't you take the short drive to Jacksonville, Illinois, Westtown Ford. They have the best sales and service in the area, and what a selection, thousands to choose from. It's Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, 30 minutes from high prices. Phone 217-245-7101 or go to westtownford.com. With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Derek Harris, can help. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, you can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's the new beginning. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street, Quincy. Edward Jones, making sense of investments. Member SIPC. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon guys to get it right the first time. No job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, we couldn't resist. Call Braden today at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
Welcome back to the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular Halftime Show. It's 29-22 Pittsfield on top of New Berlin here at the halftime break. The Sockies in the first half of play finished with 105 passing yards as Weston McAllister was 11 of 17 for 64.7% completion percentage. He did have an interception and a touchdown. He's hit 5 different receivers. The main man on the night's been Bobby Stout, 6 catches, 64 yards. Mason Farrago has 2 catches for 14 yards. J.J. Petty, a big 34-yard catch for his single reception. Gage Gratton did have a negative 1-yard reception. And Joel Clemens with a 4-yard catch that was for a touchdown. On the rushing side of things, the Sockies with 80 total rush yards. 69 yards on 13 carries for Gage Gratton. 10 yards for Colton Story on 5 carries, but a couple of those were touchdowns. And then McAllister has a single round for a touchdown as well for a total of 1 yard. The Sockies with 15 first downs in the first half. 7 came via the pass, 7 via the run, and 1 via penalty. Pittsfield did have 5 penalties called for a total of 55 yards. For New Berlin, they finished the first half with 222 yards of offense, 156 yards passing as Joey Meisman was 5 of 8 with 1 interception on the evening. His main receivers tonight, he's hit 3 different men. Kevin Howell has 2 catches for 37 yards. Flynn Tyree with 2 catches for 97 yards, including a big 83-yard catch, and then a single catch for Matt Crow for 22 yards. Crow's also caught a couple of 2-point conversions. Rushing side, 66 rush yards for the Pretzels. Led in rushing by Howell with 2 carries for 45 yards. 4 carries for a total of 10 yards for Meisman. Troy Williams had 3 carries for 7 yards. 2 carries for Tyree for 4 total yards. So 222 yards of total offense in the first half for New Berlin. They also were called for 6 penalties for a total of 36 yards in the first half of play. It is 29-22. The Sockies have the lead at halftime over the New Berlin Pretzels on the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular Halftime Show. We pause for a break. Back with more on Central Illinois Sports after this.
You can plan for most things in your life, but being sick isn't one of them. That's why Illini Express has expanded hours so your family can get the care you require. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Illini Express can see patients 18 months and older, no appointment necessary. When you can't wait to feel better, Illini Express is here for you. located on the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
When you hear Pike County Glass, what do you think of? Is it storm window and screen repair, commercial doors, windows and storefronts? Maybe it's auto glass repair, including windshields, rock chip repair, side glass and back glass. Or it could be screen and porches, glass showers and doors, and, well, you get the point. Glass is in their name, and glass is what they do. Pike County Glass, serving the entire area with high-quality craftsmanship, products, and customer service that's second to none. You'll find Pike County Glass at 1071 West Washington Street in Pittsfield, or call them at 217-285-4275.
Hometown Real Estate offers residential buying and selling specialists as well as land specialists across the Midwest. Call our office at 217-285-4502 or call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. Speak to any of the hometown brokers for residential and commercial properties. Kate hopes you are enjoying the broadcast of our local teens enjoying their sports. Give Kate Marable a call at 217-370-9809. Hometown Real Estate for you. How would you like to have a chance to help Western Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes raise needed funds for their ministry and have a shot at winning $1 million? You will also have a chance to win one of 18 other prizes from $15,000 to $40,000, like cruises, vacation trips, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, cars, trucks, hunting trips, and many more. Be watching for details. For more information about being a business sponsor, contact Jack Hall at 217-473-5151 or go to westernilfca.org. The $1 million golf shot coming in June and July to area golf courses.
If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can help. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Welcome back to the Cards Communication U.S. Cellular Halftime Show. Cards Communications at the corner of Jackson and Washington Street in Pittsfield for all of your U.S. Cellular phone needs. Stop by and see Mike Lentz and his terrific team at Cards Communications in Pittsfield, the proud sponsor of our halftime show here on Central Illinois Sports. It's an extended halftime. We've still got 9 minutes left on the halftime clock, and they'll add another 3 after that as it is homecoming. They introduced the homecoming corps. I think Kate Hoover was the homecoming queen, so congratulations to Kate and all the young ladies who were part of the royalty here for Pittsfield on homecoming. Also senior night, we told you about those seniors for the football team prior to the start of the contest. And you take a look at the senior class, and as far as wins go, they've been tough to come by, but a group of kids that are playing hard in a season that they know the playoffs are not a reality, as there are no playoffs in Illinois this year. But you see some of those guys have really stepped up and taken charge of some things here in their senior year. And, it's that kind of play and attitude and willingness to do things intensely and do things the right way that can help turn a program around. And, you might see a foundation laid this year that can propel the Sockies back onto the winning side of things. They lead here at halftime 29-22. They're trying to win back-to-back games for the first time since the 2013 football season, when Pittsfield finished 3-6 on the year that year. So it's been a while for the Sockies to pick up back-to-back wins and multiple wins in a season. It's also been a little while as well. So with some opportunities to get some of those monkeys off their back here tonight, but still a lot of football game left. We'll have to see what New Berlin is able to do. Of course, if you're just joining us, we saw Joey Meisman, the junior quarterback for New Berlin, taken off on the backboard. And again, our thoughts and prayers are with Meisman as they care for him. But somebody's got to come in and play quarterback, and he had played pretty well in the first half. Now, you can tell with New Berlin they have some playmakers, none better than Kevin Howell, the sensational sophomore, kind of do-everything guy, wide out. They've run him on the end-around play. He's been good on special teams. This kid can really make things happen. So whoever it comes in, and it looks like it could be Ben Hermas, who's a fellow sophomore, to play quarterback for New Berlin. You got a pretty good safety valve when you can get a ball to a guy like Howell and kind of let him go to work. We saw Hermas throw before the game. He threw a pretty good ball. He's going to be familiar with a lot of these receivers, as some of the main cogs on the offensive side of the wideout spots are just sophomores, just like he is. So while not an ideal situation to have your starting quarterback get injured, it is a nice thing for New Berlin to have the luxury of having a solid backup like Hermes to be able to come in and lead the offense and try to help his team come back for the victory here tonight on the road. I want to remind you about Trash Queen. They're serving Pike, Adams, Scott, and Morgan counties with residential, commercial, and roll-off services. They offer 10-yard, 15-yard, and 20-yard roll-off containers. Call Trash Queen 217-320-4320. We'll pause for a break here on the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular Halftime Show. More coming your way next on Central Illinois Sports.
Best Systems Builders for all your insulation needs. We are a full-service insulation contractor offering both open and closed cell spray foam, blown cellulose, and fiberglass installation. Best Systems has 2 BPI certified professionals ready to inspect your home or business today. You may qualify for incentives through the American Act on Energy program. Call Scott or Michael at 217-285-6005 for your free estimate or visit us online at gobestsystems.com and start saving money on your energy bill today. Dear Western Grain Service is your progressive feed and grain resource for Western Illinois. They offer a full range of feed products for all species and many grain merchandising opportunities with locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Western Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461 or on the web at dearwestergrain.com. Welcome to Westtown Ford, serving Central and West Central Illinois. When you're shopping for a new vehicle, we believe you need a comfortable ambiance, dynamic selection of vehicles, competitive options for financing, and high-quality service to feel confident and stress-free throughout the car buying process. At Westtown Ford, you will find just that, a great selection of Ford models and a team that will make the process as smooth as possible. Westtown Ford Lincoln in Jacksonville, just 30 minutes away from high prices. The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
Welcome to the city of Pittsfield, a great place to call home or a great place to visit as a home away from home. Visit the beautiful downtown area with the Pike County Courthouse and many businesses and restaurants to enjoy. Then check out the Pittsfield City Lake, a great place for boating, fishing, and camping. And new to the lake this year, a disc golf course. Learn more about all that the city of Pittsfield has to offer by visiting their website, pittsfieldil.org. The city of Pittsfield and Mayor John Hayden wish the Sockies good luck this season.
Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of the time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the Player of the Game on Central Illinois Sports. For all your investment needs, call Derek Harris at 217-222-7173 or stop by the office at 1891 Main Street, Quincy. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Welcome back to the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular Halftime Show. It is a 29-22 lead for Pittsfield at halftime here over New Berlin. Wanted to take a look at some scores from around the area if we can here. We do know that Maroa Forsyth's leading North Mac 40-14 with 6:19 in the third. That Maroa team is a talented bunch because that New Berlin outfit is pretty tough this year. West Hancock trails Knoxville 38-0 after 3 quarters, a little bit north of here. We can also tell you Quincy Notre Dame has a 19-14 lead over Peoria Notre Dame with 3:30 left in the third quarter of their contest. Tie ball game for Elmwood, Brimfield, and Macomb at 14 points apiece at the end of the third. Just trying to see if we can find anybody else for you here on the score side. Aquin leads East Dubuque up north 19-6. Amboy and West Carroll are tied at 0 at the end of the third. Freeburg and Columbia in a battle in the Metro East. It's Columbia 30, Freeburg 14 with 5:58 to play in the third period. Athens leads Porta 41-0 with 8:57 to play in the third. So that was the Porta team we saw last week. The Sakis beat 33-6. So they're having a tough night tonight against a perennially good program in Athens. Dunlap beat Richwoods 48-0. You can remember the day Peoria Richwoods didn't lose games, let alone lose by a 48-0 count. So that's a look at some of the scores from around the area and around the state of Illinois. Trash Queen is our scoreboard sponsor, 320-4320 for Trash Queen. They can assist you with roll-off dumpsters and also trash pickup for your house or business. One more score, it's Williamsville 58, Auburn 12 with 10:21 to play in the third. So Williamsville, again, they're a machine, the reigning Class 3A champions, and they are going to hang on to that title for a whole nother year, as again, no playoffs here in the state of Illinois this season. Let's pause for a break on the Carnes Communication Cellular halftime show. We'll get set for the second half at next.
As things start to get back to normal, Midwest Snowy would like to take this opportunity to thank our loyal customers for all of your support during these challenging times. As Snowy season approaches, we look forward to seeing you at our new Midwest Snowy mobile concession stand. To find out where you can create your own Snowy, please check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Midwest Snowy to stay updated on our schedule. With over 30 delicious flavors, including sugar-free and the Snowy Naturals line, which has no artificial dyes or flavoring, the combinations are endless. If you have an event, fundraiser, or private party you want us to join, message us on Facebook or contact us at 217-730-8886. That's 217-730-8886. When the weather gets hot, come see us at Midwest Snowy, the cool part of summer. Did you know that PCRE Real Estate and Auction now offers a full-service auction alternative? Farmland, residential real estate, commercial real estate, estates, guns, antiques, farm equipment, and commercial equipment are a few examples that the experienced auction team is ready to assist you with. Our team can make the auction experience less stressful and smooth. Check out our next auctions at our new auction location at 500 Piper Lane in Pittsfield, or call 217-430-2985 and speak with Jason Duke to learn more. Spring will be here before you know it. Don't let busted screens leave you feeling cooped up when the nice weather arrives. Pike County Glass is your one-stop shop for screen and window repair. From storm window and screen repair to screened-in porch installation, Pike County Glass does it all and more. All with high-quality craftsmanship and products, plus customer service that is second to none. Call Pike County Glass at 217-285-4275 or stop by at 1071 West Washington Street in Pittsfield. Pike County Glass, West Central Illinois' glass experts.
Welcome back. Thanks to Carnes Communications, our local U.S. Cellular agent in Pittsfield, for being our halftime sponsor on Central Illinois Sports. 29-22 the advantage for the Sakis here at the halftime break. New Berlin will get the ball to start the second half. I've never figured out these chairs. It might be the weirdest folding chairs I've ever seen. That'd be too big on him, I think. And would the Sakis try some trickery to start the second half? Maybe an onside kick attempt? I wouldn't, but Paul Petty might. He's been known to roll the dice a time or two. I think you kick it deep, though, the way your coverage team has been playing. I think we're going to have to leave that on, Tim. We'll have some bugs up to visit us in a few minutes. But the way the coverage team has been playing, I think you kick it deep and try to cover the kick. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Bowlers Universe. They're open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Saturdays, they're open 4 to midnight. They offer many menu items, burgers and fries, specialty pizzas. Try one of the many craft beers as well at Bowlers Universe. Come out and enjoy all of the fun. So, again, if you're just joining us, New Berlin lost their quarterback right at the end of the first half, so we'll see a new signal caller for this pretzel team. And we think it'll be Ben Hermas, the sophomore, as he took a majority of the second warm-ups in the pregame. We'll wait to confirm that. A lot of underclassmen for this New Berlin team, and if you're Coach Seth Hill, I think you have to like what you are seeing as far as competing very, very well. 1-2 coming into the contest, but a big win last week over Riverton, so they've got a little momentum headed their direction. And they've shown that they can be pretty explosive offensively. Sockies will kick off toward the east. There's not a lot of wind, really. The flag is laying nearly flat. And so it doesn't look like we're going to have to fight with that quite like they did last week. J.J. Petty's got the ball teed up at his own 40. He's kicked the ball pretty consistently down between the 5 and the 8-yard line. Usually to Howell, and he's a dangerous guy back there. Here's the kick by Petty. It's a high kick headed towards Howell. He'll receive it at his own 6-yard line. Gets his feet under him across the 10, 15-yard line. 20, finds a seam. Trying to cut it back now and is going to be ridden down near the 24-yard line, and that's where New Berlin will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24 with 11:52 to play in the third. Again, nice coverage by the Sockies, forcing New Berlin to have a long field in front of them. So let's see what this New Berlin squad can do with the new quarterback. And it is the wing T situation here, and that is Hermes under center. So we saw this look in the first half as well a couple of times. Foot-to-foot splits. He'll take the snap, pitch it outside. The pitch back has a good gain, man. Look at him off the go. That is Flynn Tyree, another sophomore, and this sophomore class is a talented outfit. He takes it all the way out to the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 16 on the play and a 1st and 10 out to the 40. So his third carry of the night has a total of 20 yards now, 1st and 10 for the Pretzels. So that's a good start for New Berlin here in the second half. Double wing formation with Howell and Tyree at the wing backs. They got a little speed. Got to keep them contained. Under center is Hermes, the quarterback. Sends Tyree in motion. Takes the snap. Same play. Little pitch play out to the right side. Sockies covered a little better this time. Taken down near the 43-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 7 from the 43. Lipcomb and Seed Sales is your Pioneer dealer, including precision farming and crop insurance. Give Aaron Lipcomb a call, 217-430-4516, or Brett, 217-242-2703. 2nd and 7. If you're the Sockies, though, you still have to be leery of the pass because we saw Hermes has a pretty good arm. 2nd and 7 from their own 43. They put Howell in motion now, going to pitch it to him, looking for running room along the left side, stacked up and turned back in after a short gain. Out to the 45, a gain of 2 on the play, and this will be a 3rd and 5 from the 45. So Howell with 47 yards on a total of 3 carries, a big 45-yard run in the first half for a majority of his yardage. 3rd and 5, 10:27 the clock ticking down to the third, 29-22. The Sockies with the advantage. It'll be the double wing again. Everybody in tight splits, and now New Berlin has a little confusion as they come to the line. Their coach says, go run it. Double wing. Hermes under center. Puts a man in motion, takes the snap. Going to hand a little inside play on the counter. Socky coaching staff was yelling for it. Howell carries it up for a gain near the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Needed 5, and it's 4th and 2 right at midfield. And will New Berlin go for it here? So 4th and 2 from their own 48-yard line. It's about a yard and a half, honestly. 9:35 and counting to the third, and it appears the Pretzels will go for it here right at midfield. This could be a big play if Pittsfield could get a stop. Hermes was under center. Again, a good quarterback-center exchange is imperative for the Pretzels. He puts a man in motion, hands it off to the fullback in Williams. He's got the first down and more. Keeps his legs churning inside the Socky territory now to the 44. So that's a pickup of 6 on the play and a 1st and 10 at the Socky 44. So Williams needed 2. He picks up 6. He's got 13 yards and the 8th first down of the contest for New Berlin. Gives them a fresh set of downs with just over 9 minutes to play in the third. And they have kept the ball on the ground so far in this second half. They're in the double wing. Everybody's within about, a 10-yard little rectangle, quite honestly, for New Berlin. You got to really play assignment football here if you're Pittsfield. They'll pitch it outside, looking to get the man out with some running room, and the Sockies will turn him back in. Now ball comes loose at the end. Who's got it? Pittsfield says they do. The ball carrier was Tyree, and it is whose ball? Out to the 41, and it's Socky football. The Sockies strip it as they stood him up. He gains 3, then fumbles the football, and Pittsfield takes over 1st and 10 at their own 41. And that is textbook tackling. You're not even necessarily trying to tackle the man once somebody has him stood up like that. You're trying to tackle the football, rip it out, and they did just that. 1st down, 10 yards to go for Pittsfield. So they take it away for the 2nd time. New Berlin also had a miscue on a special teams play, so 3 turnovers, you'd have to call it, for the Pretzels here tonight. Pittsfield up by a touchdown with 8:38 to play in the 3rd. 2 men wide left, a single receiver to the right. McAllister's in the shotgun. He's back to pass, looking downfield. Hits Petty. Petty with the catch down near the 40-yard line. Call him right at the 40. So that's a pickup on the play of 19 yards on J.J. Petty's 2nd catch of the evening. And Petty now with 53 yards on 2 catches, and McAllister throwing a good ball tonight. He's up to 124 yards passing. 1st and 10 from their opponent's 40-yard line now for the Sockies on their 16th first down. 8:24 to play in the 3rd. In the shotgun for Weston McAllister. Hard snap count, and Gage Grattan got an early start. That'll be a 5-yard penalty for the Sockies. So it'll be a 1st and 15 back to the 45. Sockies' 6th penalty for a total of 30 yards now. 8:17 to play in the 3rd. McAllister with 18 throws. When's the last time Pittsfield threw the ball 18 times in a game? I'm going to guess maybe, tell you what, it might be all the way back at Seth Petty. Maybe Wade Smith, but I don't know. They kept it on the ground quite a bit then. 18 throws is a lot. McAllister's in the shotgun. He's not going to throw it. He's going to hand it off right side Grattan. Going to gain back the yards they lost on the penalty. So a 5-yard gain. Gage Grattan up to 74 yards. It'll be a 2nd down and 10. So they pick up the 5 yards that they lost on the miscue. 7:44 and counting in the 3rd. 29-22 is the Socky advantage as you watch high school football on Central Illinois Sports from Glenn C. Smith Field. It's been an entertaining offensive football game so far tonight. This is about as long of a stretch as we've seen in the game without either team scoring, as there's 7:20 to play in the 3rd as the Sockies come to the line. 2 men wide right. They'll hand it off this time to Story. Big hole right side. Trying to get outside. Still on his feet. Stretches out near the 1st down marker. And I believe he has it down near the 30. Call him right at the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and that'll be a Socky 1st down. So Story with another 1st down. The 17th of the contest for Pittsfield with 7:07 to play in the 3rd. 29-22, Pittsfield. 1st and 10. The Sockies will run a man off here in Farrago. Did they have 12 men in the huddle? If they did, that'll be a penalty. They're going to count them. The referee's counting as well. Not a lot of time left on the play clock. Got to go. McAllister takes the snap, hands it off along the left-hand side. This is Story. He's trying to keep the legs moving. He gets hit. He's still on his feet. Put his hand down to balance himself, but he gets taken down after a short 1-yard gain. Give him a gain of 1. It brings up a 2nd and 9. Ball resting just inside. Nope, no gain. Caught none. Told you he didn't gain anything, Tim. Ball's at the 30. 6:15 to play in the 3rd. 2nd and 10. Story did a nice job to fight back to get to the line of scrimmage. There was a lot of pressure that time in the backfield. This offensive line looking to open up some holes here or give McAllister some time to put the ball in the air. Let's see if they want to throw. 2 men wide right, a single receiver to the left. McAllister is in the shotgun. He goes back to pass. Little play action, looking for Clemens in the flats, trying to turn it upfield. He spins his way forward. Going to get positive momentum down to about the 29. It's a gain of a yard. Clemens' 2nd catch of the contest. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 from the 29. 5:34 and counting in the 3rd. They put the ball back on the 30 again, Tim. Tell you what, they're not looking at that forward progress quite like I am, are they? I thought he'd spun forward. I guess it depends on where the ball is. So we'll call it third down, 10 yards to go with 5:18 to play in this third period. And the Sockies in a timeout. So some confusion, and with 5:12 to play in the third, Pittsfield burns their first timeout of the half. We'll pause as well. 29-22, Sockies on top. They'll have the ball 3rd and 10 when we come back.
Did you know that Prairie Land FS doesn't just sell seed? They treat it and box it right here at one of their local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice. Prairie Land FS is locally owned and operated. We proudly serve our neighbors like you with 24-hour service to ensure the comfort of you and your family. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Pittsfield will have the ball 3rd down and 10 yards to go. Ball resting at the New Berlin 30-yard line. 5:12 to play in the third. Now, this is a situation where if you don't pick up the first down, you've got J.J. Petty to kick. We called for that in the first half, and then Petty picked up 34 yards on a reception. His first of the night. He also has a reception here in the second half, 2 catches for a total of 53 yards. So let's see what Pittsfield wants to go with. They call the timeout as their personnel look to be a little discombobulated, and it's their first timeout of the second half. It's been a quick third quarter, 5:12 to play in the third, and just the second possession by the two teams combined. New Berlin had it, fumbled it. Pittsfield's got the ball now, 3rd and 10. Trips left. Single receiver to the right-hand side, and McAllister stands in the shotgun. He draws New Berlin off sides. Again, it's a 5-yard penalty on New Berlin, and the hard count has been the friend of the Sockies, and a pretty crafty play call by Aaron Presley, the offensive coordinator for Pittsfield, to come out of the timeout with the hard count. So they weren't expecting that. 3rd and 5 now. They come out with a real play right away, too. Trips left, single man to the right. McAllister shouts out some instructions to the man on the wide side. He is back to pass. Looks in the middle of the field, throws. It's a jump ball too high for Stout that time. And I think you'll see a field goal opportunity here for the Sockies, as the incomplete pass will stop the clock and bring up a 4th and 5. And I believe Paul Petty is calling for the field goal. So the ball is resting right at the 25-yard line. So it'll be a 35-yard field goal attempt for J.J. Petty. He's got plenty of leg, but can he put it through the uprights here to make it a 2-score game? 29-22 as it is. The holder is Jeremiah Jackson. It's a 35-yard attempt from the right hash. It's a high snap. Petty puts his foot into this one. The kick looks to be well short, and it is. No good. Well short. And so the score stays 29-22 Pittsfield on the Trash Queen scoreboard, and New Berlin will take over 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. That's where they should set it. They're from the 20. Okay. From the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. With 4:54 to play in the third quarter. Now, New Berlin did not put the ball in the air at all on their first drive of the second half with their new quarterback in Hermes. They ran the foot-to-foot splits. I don't know why the ball is at the 20. I think it should be at the 25 where the line of scrimmage was. I could be mistaken on that, but I'm not sure. From their own 25-yard line. Trailing by a touchdown. Double wing formation. Hermes sets up under center for New Berlin. Takes the snap, going to hand it off right up the gut. I couldn't tell you who has the ball at this point. It looked like possibly Williams. It is Williams. He'll take the ball up for a short gain of a yard. Brings up a 2nd down and 9 from the 21-yard line now. 2nd and 9 with 4:33 and counting in the third. And when you're going to run the ball like it appears New Berlin is, that is a long yardage in front of you. You got to, if through the Sockies, don't get sucked in too much here and get beaten on a play action pass. Hermes is under center. We have not seen him go to the air yet, but we assume he can. And he's going to pitch it out to Howell along the left-hand side with a couple lead blockers, but the Socky defense turns it back in. Defensive end on that side looks to be Logan Howland on the initial hit for the Sockies. Howell and he kind of look at one another as the play is over. It is a single-yard gain on the play by Howell. Good play by Howland. And it's 3rd and 8 from the 22. 3:46 and counting in the third. It's been a much cleaner third quarter. Really a much cleaner game since the first after we saw personal fouls against both teams, an ejection for Pittsfield. And now New Berlin will put trips to the right. They will put different corner. Nope, that's Ben Hermes at quarterback. He is back to pass. Looking right, throwing downfield. It's picked off. Farrago's got it again. Farrago with the interception, his 2nd of the night at the 32-yard line. And the Sockies will take over 1st and 10. So the man who actually threw the pass was Lucas Bixby. So they brought Bixby in to pass, and he threw the INT. So it was their passing quarterback that came in, allegedly, and the second interception by Farrago at the 3:17 mark of the third. He had one with 7:27 to play in the first half. So the Sockies with another takeaway. By my count, that's 4 turnovers by New Berlin tonight. 3:17 to play in the third. You got to make that one hurt if you're Pittsfield. 2 receivers to the right, a single man is wide left. McAllister's in the shotgun, going to pitch it outside to Gratton, looking for running room, turns it back inside, still on his feet, burst up the middle, 20, 15, 10, cuts it back, 5, and he's in for the score! Gage Gratton with a sensational run with 3:06 to play in the third. And the Sockies with a score from their own 32-yard line, a 32-yard touchdown run by Gage Gratton, and a 2-score lead for the Sockies, 35-22. He's over the century mark now with 106 yards on 15 carries, including that 32-yard touchdown run. 3:06 to play in the third. It's 35-22, and J.J. Petty on for the extra point attempt. The Sockies a 2-score lead for the first time on the evening. Jackson is the holder. It's a good snap. The kick is up, and the kick looks to be good, and it is. 36-22. Pittsfield with the advantage. 3:06 to play in the third as you watch high school football on Central Illinois Sports.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we asked, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want, now and years from now. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Don Kirk or Sheila Davidsmeyer today at 217-285-4014.
Sockies lead 36-22 over New Berlin on the Trash Queen scoreboard. With 3:06 to play in the third, Gage Gratton with a 32-yard run. And the point after by J.J. Petty gives the Sockies a 2-score lead for the first time on the night. So J.J. Petty ready to send the ball in the air again. The drive started with a interception by Farrago, his 2nd of the night. And the Sockies again able to capitalize on the miscue by the Pretzels. Petty ready to put this one in the air for the Sockies. He'll get a run at the kick. It's another good kick. Howell will come up and get it at about the 10, drops the ball now, picks it up at the 15, 20-yard line, and he is going to take some punishment. In for that final hit was Laney Elliott, and I'll tell you what we've seen in these last 2 weeks, Laney Elliott flat out can hit. That'll be a 1st and 10 from their own 22 for New Berlin with 3:03 to play in the third. The Pretzels, when they went to the air on the last drive, put Bixby in at quarterback after we had seen Hermes in there. If you would see that again, you would think it's an obvious passing situation. We've not seen Hermes yet go to the air. 3:03 to play in the third, a 2-score lead for the Sockies. And another new man in. This is Noah Lyons now in on the right wing back side as Howell is out after taking that hit on the kick return. They'll pitch the ball to the wing back coming back to the near side. That is Tyree. He'll take it up to the 25-yard line. Yelliot in on the stop, a 3-yard gain. It brings up a 2nd and 7. So 2nd and 7 from the 25-yard line. And Lane Yelliott's just a sophomore, and we talked about the Sockies aren't playing fresh softs. So if you're a sophomore playing at the varsity level, you get your plays in when you can, and he has made the most of his playing time. He's playing that right defensive end right now. The fans are loving it here at Glenn C. Smith Field. 2:27 and counting in the third, 36-22 advantage for the Sockies on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Hermes is under center in the wing T. Puts a man in motion. That's Tyree. He's back to pass now on the play action. Looking downfield. The man beat him deep. Overthrows his intended receiver, though. Michael Sanders was the intended receiver. And Paul Petty telling his defensive backs, it's exactly what we told you. Do not get caught trying to overplay a run, because you could get beat on a play action pass just like that. For the 5th time tonight, the Sockies catch a pretty good break. Eventually, that luck could run out. It's 3rd and 7, 2:11 to play in the third. Some of it's luck, some of it's a lack of execution by New Berlin at times as well. And Hermes is in the shotgun now, puts Howell in motion, going to hand it to him on the end around. Has some blockers out in front, looks to turn it upfield. He's got the first down. He's down the far sideline now. Burst of speed, 40, 35. He will go for the score as Howell will take it all the way in for the touchdown, coasts the last 10 yards, and takes that from his own 25 to the house for a 75-yard touchdown run. And this one's not over yet. Still a lot of time left in this game. If you thought it was over, you were crazy, or you didn't see the first half, because it was back and forth the whole time. It's 36-28 now the score, and Howell shows the Jets that time. He's got 126 yards on 6 carries. And he's the playmaker. Is Kevin Howell. Yeah, when you have enough time to kind of look back and wave to the man chasing you, you had a pretty good burst of speed. Double wing formation. The quarterback Hermes will be under center, trying for the 2-point attempt here for New Berlin to make it a 6-point game. Puts a man in motion, going to pitch it out to the motion man. That is Tyree. He is going to find his way into the end zone for the 2-point try to make it 36-30. It's 36-30. Sockies on top. 1:57 to play in the third. High school football on Central Illinois Sports.
Cheers on You would like to thank everyone in our community for your support in the past 15 years. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space with spirit wear for Unity Mustangs, Liberty Eagles, Brown County Hornets, and our hometown Central Panthers. Businesses, let us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. We are excited to now offer lasered hat patches. With limitations on attendance to local sporting events, we are excited to help bring you this game. Press yours on You, 506 Westwood, Camp Point, Illinois.
PCRE Real Estate and Auction is your #1 resource for buying or selling real estate in West Central Illinois. With 2 office locations, one in Pike County and the other in Calhoun County, PCRE Real Estate and Auction is the place to go when you're looking to buy or sell farmland, recreational and hunting land, residential or commercial property. See our current listings at PCRERealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for PCRE Real Estate and Auction.
If you like offense, you've come to the right place, as it's a 36-30 contest now with 1:57 to play in the third. And New Berlin showing some grit as they fell behind by 2 scores, but they've come right back into this one. So we'll see what the Pretzels want to go with. They put the ball in the air. It is picked up finally by the Sockies after a little delay. And they're going to get their worst field position of the night back at their own 21-yard line. Ballinger finally does pick it up, but the Sockies took their time in picking that one up, didn't they? It is 36-30, Pittsfield on top, with 1:49 to play in the third. First and 10. So this is the longest field the Sockies have faced yet this evening. And let's see if they are able to execute again offensively. Two receivers are to the left. McAllister's in the shotgun. They draw him off sides again. So another 5-yard penalty by New Berlin, and that'll give the Sockies a little more breathing room. Out to the 26-yard line. First and 5. And that does a couple things. First of all, it makes it a shorter field. Second of all, it makes the defensive men a little more hesitant and gives you a little more opportunity to run the ball, which is I think what we'll see the Sockies do here with Grattan set up in the backfield. Two receivers right, single man to the left. McAllister's in the gun. Takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Grattan along the right-hand side, and he's got the first down. Man dives at him late. I don't like that at all. Out to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 8 on the play and a Socky first down. Grattan up to 114 yards now on 16 carries, and the 19th first down of the night for the Sockies gives them a fresh set of downs at their own 34. I just don't like the man from the far side dove on Grattan late. That's some of the stuff we saw in the first quarter that led to some extracurricular activities. Two receivers wide left, single man to the right. Grattan's again in the backfield with McAllister. They'll give it to the big man again along the left-hand side, looking for room. Cuts it up at the 40, bullies his way forward to the 43. That's a 9-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and 1. Second down and a yard to go with 1:08 and counting in this third period. Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank is here to help you with your next auto, residential, or commercial loan need. Call Damon 217-285-4404. Second and a yard from the Socky 43. Man wide right is Farrago out there, I believe, although you might have to have binoculars to see him. He's a long way to the right. McAllister's in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to Story. He's going to have the first down, keep a hold of the football. 50-yard line, 45, still churning his legs, and he'll take it down to the New Berlin 42 for a Socky first down. 15-yard pickup by Story. He's now got 35 yards on 8 carries, and the 20th first down of the night for Pittsfield. So they call it all the way to the 41, in fact. First and 10. And when do they set the ball? They'll set it right. They already set it. Okay, the play clock's ticking. They got to go. 14 seconds on the play clock, 17 on the game clock. Farrago wide right. I hate rushing up to the line like this. Just take care of the ball. Two receivers to the left. McAllister in the shotgun. Hands it off to Story. Same play, left-hand side. Good gain again. He'll be taken down, pushed out of bounds around the 30-yard line. That'll be another Socky first down. A gain of 11 by Story on the final play of the third. After 3 quarters, it's Pittsfield 36. No, there's still 3.4 seconds to play in the third, huh? So a little time left, Tim. How much time was there when the play started? Wasn't there like 5 something? 11 something? All right, thank you. So it's not the final play of the quarter. This could be the final play of the quarter. They'll hand it off. They're pulling the guard out left. Grattan looking for running room. He has stood up and taken down. About the first time we've seen that really happen for a while. No gain on the play. They bring up a 2nd and 10, and now the clock ticks down to zeros, and that's the end of the third. It's 36-30, Pittsfield on top. The exciting fourth quarter your way next.
Be thinking about tax planning? You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Bob Ray, Jesse Shootman, Triopian Kansas State grad Emily Carls, Nathan and new All-Star accountant Madeline Heyer. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you. When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Don Kirk or Sheila Davidsmeyer today at 217-285-4014. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Ready to start the fourth and final quarter. It's a 36-30 advantage for the Pittsfield Sockies on top of the New Berlin Pretzels here on homecoming night for Pittsfield. They'll switch ends here as we start the final quarter, where the Sockies will have the ball 2nd and 9 from their opponent's 29-yard line. Sockies have 4 takeaways in the game, and this is crucial to take care of the ball here. 1, 2, 3. 36-30 advantage Pittsfield. They need to score here. The way New Berlin has shown they can score in a hurry, this is I think a must score for the Sockies. Not on this play, but why be picky? 2 receivers right, Stout and Farrago. Single man to the left. I think that's Yelliot actually in the backfield, isn't it? And they'll pitch it to the running back, Yelliot. His first carry of the night, he's not going to go anywhere. In fact, backwards, he's still trying to fight for yards. They'll give him forward progress out to the 31. But that's a loss on the play of 2 yards, and it's 3rd and 11. So Yelliot's first carry of the night as the Sockies tried to get him out in some space, goes for a 2-yard loss and brings up a 3rd and 11. 11:30 to play in the fourth. Now, you're probably going to put the ball in the air here, but you still have, and I know Petty was well short on the kick the last time, you still have a kid like J.J. Petty who I think you have a lot of confidence in kicking a field goal if you don't pick it up. And now there's a lot of confusion. The Sockies are down to 1 timeout, and they are going to, I think they need to take it here. They're going to try to rush to the line. 3, 2, they just get the play off. McAllister's looking left. He's looking downfield, has a man behind the defense in Farrago, but he underthrows him. So it was not a clean huddle that time for the Sockies. Incompletion stops the clock. And with 11:05 to play in the fourth, a 36-30 lead. With the ball 4th and 11 at their opponent's 31, they'll go for it here. And this is a big play in this contest. Could be one of those game-changing type of plays, one way or the other. Petty, Farrago, and Clemens are split to the left. Stout to the right. He's been the favorite target for the quarterback McAllister tonight. McAllister looking across the middle. It's incomplete. Poked away. And it is poked away there by Lucas Bigspeed. Has put his hand out and tipped it away. An incomplete pass. And the Sockies turn it over on downs. So they turn it over on downs with 10:58 to play. New Berlin takes over 1st and 10 at their own 31. Clemens thought maybe he got bumped early, but I thought Bixby did a pretty good job to reach the hand around and tip the ball before there was contact. And the Pretzels have it 1st and 10 with just under 11 minutes left. And as we've said time and time again, they've shown they have the ability to score in a hurry. So this game long from over. The Sockies now have personnel running in and off. New Berlin has personnel running in and off. There's 10 seconds left on the play clock. Oh, Lyons comes on way late. 2 receivers left. Hermes is in the shotgun now after being under center to start the night. He'll hand it off, and they give it to the ball carrier. It was whom on the carry? That is Williams. He picks up the first down on a 10-yard pickup, his best carry of the night, and a 1st and 10 now for the Pretzels from their own 41. So after starting in the wing tee with everybody foot to foot to start the second half, they put the sophomore quarterback Hermes in the shotgun. And it definitely makes you think a little bit more about trying to cheat too much on the run. 2 receivers left, a single receiver to the right-hand side. Hermes will be on the shotgun with a single back behind him in the backfield. I believe that's Lucky this time. They'll put a man in motion in Howell. They'll hand it to him on the end-around play to the left. Had a little trouble on the exchange. Nice job by Elliott to fight outside. And keep contained and not let him go for a big gain. It's still a pretty good pickup up across the 45 to the 47. That's a gain of 6. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 4. So a 6-yard gain by Howell. He's got 132 yards on 7 carries tonight. Clock stops, 10:14 to play on the 4th. Real Met and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield, across from the airport, your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, benches, outdoor wall hangings, and much, much more. Stop by and see all they have to offer at Real Met and Twine, 285-5013. 2 receivers to the left-hand side. The quarterback, Hermes, puts Howell in motion to the near side. Fakes the handoff. Now he's going to try to run it himself along the right-hand side. He's trying to get the corner, and he is going to be taken down near the first down marker. So a little quarterback keeper along the right side. Where do they set the football? Right at the 50, it appears. So he's just a little bit short of the first down. Gains 3 out to the 50, does Hermes on his first carry of the night. And they do say it's a first down. He gained 6 and 3, that's 9. You need 10, but they called a first down. All right. It looked like the chains were about a yard. 10:03 left in the 4th. Clock stops as the man went out of bounds. Midfield here for the Pretzels. Trips left. Single man to the right. Hermes in the shotgun. He's back to pass. Little quick hitter to Howell. Howell's got some running room. Coming up and making the hit, though, for the Sockies was Farrago. He came up, and then Howland helped finish it off. It's a no gain on the play. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. But Farrago says we're going to come up and not let him get any running room on this play. They've seen what Howell can do when he gets out in space, and Farrago showed the quickness to close on the receiver that time. 9:30 and the clock ticking down in the 4th. New Berlin a 2nd and 10 right at midfield. Zoom out a little bit there, Tim. 2 receivers left, a single man to the right-hand side. Hermes is in the shotgun, puts Howell in motion again to the near side. They'll hand it off to Williams. Williams, the fullback, on the carry. Sockies do a pretty good job of staying home. He'll be taken down after a 2-yard gain on the play. Corgin Smith in on the stop. It'll be to the 48-yard line. 3rd and 8. So 3rd and 8, and in this time of the game, at this position on the field, New Berlin has 2 chances to pick up 8 yards. If you're the Sockies, you've got to be aware of the hard count. Don't get drawn off sides as they have to New Berlin several times tonight. A single man split wide to the left-hand side is Lucas Bigsby. Now they'll also put a man out to the right. That is Crow splitting out there, so it's Trips right. Hermes is in the shotgun. That man looks like he's lined up off sides, didn't he? He's back to pass as Hermes has a man chasing him down, eludes the pressure, throws downfield. It's incomplete, though. Penalty flag on this side. And, I mean, there is nothing on this side of the field. What is this flag? It's an illegal man downfield. It's about the only thing I could think of. If that's true, it's a loss of a down as well, so this would be 4th down if that's an illegal man downfield. Or do the Sockies have too many guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a legal man downfield. So you accept the penalty. It's a loss of down. This would be 4th down. You want to accept the penalty. That should be a loss of down, and this should be 4th and about 12. New Berlin with another penalty there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th for 51 yards. I thought the illegal man downfield was a loss of down in the high school game. Evidently, it's not, because they're showing 3rd down on the board from their own 47. Two receivers wide to either side. Back to pass is the passing quarterback, Bixby now. He steps up into pressure, hit as he throws. Incomplete. That's Bixby's second attempt of the night. He threw an interception on his first attempt, and it's 4th down and 13. The clock stopped with 8:21 to play in the contest. Ball's back at the 47 of New Berlin. And so this is a situation where if you're New Berlin, I personally would punt. They probably will go for it. My thing is, if I can get a good punt and pin Pittsfield deep, I'm hoping to get a quick stop, and they've done that a couple of times, and I think they are. Now the man's way deep, and he's going to punt. This is Hermes. Yep, this is the right play. Catching the ball on the run. Nope, Farrago fumbles it. The ball's loose, and I think New Berlin's got it, and they do. So Farrago fails to catch the football, and the Sockies with a turnover. New Berlin will recover it at the Socky 32. So on that, they will net 20 yards and or 21 yards and take over now at the Socky 32-yard line. Farrago just had to hit him in the chest. Ouch. He's taken it away twice on the defensive side. Now he gives it back, and you put your defense right back out there. The punt was the right call for New Berlin, and they catch one of those breaks now that Pittsfield's caught plenty of times tonight. Double wing formation. Hermes will be under center for New Berlin. They're down 6 with 8:02 to play in the contest. Why is the clock running? It really shouldn't be. Now they pitch the ball outside to Howell. He looks to cut back in the middle. It's going to be wrestled down after a gain inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line, a gain of 5. And this will bring up a 2nd down and 5 for the Pretzels. Howell now 137 yards on the ground. Waters Concrete and Tim Waters, they offer quality concrete for your new build, driveways, sidewalks, decorative patios, anything with concrete. Give Waters Concrete a call, 309-252-1052. 7:29 and counting. New Berlin, after falling down 2 scores, got the big score. They got the stop. They got a turnover. And now they've got the ball deep in Socky territory at the 31, trying to drive for a tie and possibly a lead. Put a man in motion. They're going to pitch it out to Howell. Socky's doing a good job. Bobby Stout and Logan Howland in on the stop back there, down to the 30-yard line. They lose it back to the 30, and it's a 3rd down and about 7. Ball's at the 30, loss of a yard by Howe. Just the first time he's gone the opposite direction here tonight. And now New Berlin brings the play in from the sideline with 6:38 to play. 36-30. Pittsfield has the lead. Pretzels have the ball. Receiver wide right. Now, man, they kind of shove him out. They say, Michael Sanders, you go out there. They put him in motion. They hand it to the motion man out along the right-hand side is Tyree, trying to turn it up, and he is close to the marker. Let's see where they mark it down at. He's inside the 25, but appears to be the 24. That would be a gain of 6. He needed about 8, so it should be a 3rd and 2. They call him down at the 23. Give him a 6-yard gain on the end around. And it's a 4th down and 2 yards to go. New Berlin's quick to the line now. Double wing formation. Hermes is under center. Tries the hard count, takes the snap, hands it off to Williams. He's right behind the line. He ducks in, and he's got the first down to the 20. Down to the 20-yard line. Picked up 3 when he needed 2. And a 1st and 10 for the Pretzels. On Williams' 8th carry of the night, he's got 28 yards now with 5:43 to play. It's a fresh set of downs for the Pretzels, and the Socky defense has been out there an eternity. The issue is there's not an opportunity to really call a timeout if you're the Sockies. They're down to just 1 timeout remaining. 5:30 to play in the 4th. 36-30 advantage for Pittsfield. New Berlin driving. Hermes was under center. The sophomores played well here in the second half, filling in for their injured starter. Takes the snap, pitches it outside. Howell trying to get the corner, and he does. Takes it to the 15, ridden out of bounds. Near the 15-yard line. Where are they at? 14, maybe. Trying to get a spot. Looks like he's down all the way to the 12-yard line. So that's a pickup of 7 yards, and it's a 2nd down and 3 yards to go. So 7-yard pickup by Howell. Knocked out of bounds, stops the clock with 5:13 to play. Why did the clock run? They said he didn't go out of bounds. He just ran a couple seconds off. 5:11 left. Under center is the quarterback, Hermes. Puts a man in motion, hands it off to the fullback, Williams, trying to duck his way in there. Saki's stand him up, now trying to rip the football out. It's a very short gain. They give him forward progress down to the 11, where they'll call that they're going to call that a gain of almost 2 full yards. It's a 3rd and 2. Let's call it a 2-yard gain by Williams. 3rd and 2. 4:43 in the clock counting down. 36-30 advantage Saki's on the Trash Queen scoreboard. 3rd and 2 for New Berlin from the Pittsfield 11. Hermes is under center. Calls the line set. Puts a man in motion. Going to give it to Tyree on the motion play. Tries to cut it to the middle. Looks like he's got the first down as he scats forward right at the end. Has it down to about the 8-yard line, it appears, which will be enough for a first down, a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 8. So 1st and goal from the 8, 13th first down of the night, 3-yard pickup on the play by Thierry, and he's got 38 yards on 8 carries. This drive started with the turnover for the Sakis on a punt return. New Berlin actually has had the ball since the 10:08 mark of this quarter. They had a punt, but then the Sakis with the turnover gave it right back to them. So the defense has been on the field forever, and now New Berlin calls a timeout as the play clock was ticking down. 3:54 left, 36-30. Sakis on top. New Berlin has it 1st and goal when we come back.
Your locally owned shaved ice business is looking forward to seeing all of our loyal customers this summer. Come try one or all of our over 30 flavors, including sugar-free and the Snowy Natural line, which has no artificial dyes or flavoring. Check out our Facebook and Instagram pages to see our schedule. If you want to see us at your event, message us on Facebook or contact us at 217-730-8886. When the weather gets hot, come see us at Midwest Snowy, the cool part of summer.
3:54 to play. 36-30 is the advantage for Pittsfield. Clinging here to this 1-score lead. Seemed like just moments ago that they had a 2-score advantage, but give up a big play and then a miscue on special teams. And New Berlin now threatening to tie and take the lead with 3:54 left. 1st and goal from the 8. You got to be impressed by the play of Ben Hermes, the sophomore quarterback coming in here. A lot of poise by that young man to help lead his team here. They're knocking on the door. He's under center. Puts a man in motion. Going to go for the quarterback keeper along the right-hand side. Is going to dive forward to around the 6. Penalty flag in. I think this is going to be a face mask. Referee calls it. And he's going to come and tell us this is there's nothing but a face mask here. Personal foul face mask. So it's going to be half the distance to the goal on a first down for New Berlin, down to about the 3-yard line. So he gained to the 5.5 or so. They're going to take it to about the 3. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 3 with 3:50 left. That is a big penalty. Even though it only goes for about 3 yards, the fresh set of downs could be huge. 3:50 left. Hermes is under center for New Berlin. Clock counting down here. Didn't put a man in motion. Now they'll give it to Thierry along the right side. The Sakis will stack him up and drive him back. So he's going to lose back to the 5 here. Don't get involved. Go back to your side. There's nothing to be accomplished by running your mouth after the play. Loses back to the 5. Loss of 2. I mean, that's on both sides, too. You know, it's an intense game. It's been a close game. It's been a hard battle. Play it on the actual plays. 3rd and goal from the 5. 3:10 in the clock counting down in the 4th. I think it's a second down. It's just second down. Yeah. PA and the board had it as 3rd. It's second down here, though. Two receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Hermes is in the shotgun, and Pittsfield New Berlin calls the timeout. They've got one remaining, so both teams will have a timeout left. 2:55 to play. 36-30. Saki's on top. New Berlin will have it when we come back.
In a world that seems to be out of control, your friends at First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois want you to know that the hope of God's love reaches out to you. God loves you, and He has a purpose for your life. If you'd like to learn more about this, we invite you to join us at 8 a.m. or at 10:30 on Sunday mornings at 225 North Memorial Street in Pittsfield, or online at fccpittsfield.org, our Facebook page, or our YouTube channel. First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois, a safe place to learn and grow.
These are the type of games you like to be a part of. Close contests that come down to execution at the end. 2:55 to play in the fourth for the Saki team. Not a lot of experience in this area, as when they've picked up the wins the last couple of years, they've actually been fairly decisive when they've beaten Riverton and then when they beat Porta last week. They played a close game last year against New Berlin, against North Mac, excuse me. Ended up a couple score game at the end, but all comes down to execution here at the end. Second and goal from the 5 with 2:55 to play. Hermes in the shotgun. Two receivers left, a single man to the right. Williams stands to his left in the backfield. Puts a man in motion. Hands it off to the motion man. That's Howell looking for the end zone. Cuts it back. He is close to the goal line, and he is down at the 1. They will mark him down at the 1. A 4-yard gain, and it'll be third and goal as Howell picks up 4. He's got 147 yards on 11 carries now. And it's third and goal from the 1 with 2:34 and counting. Again, New Berlin has had the ball since the 10:08 mark of this fourth quarter. They actually ran out of downs, punted it, but the Sakis turned it over, and that's given New Berlin the ball in this situation with a chance to score, tie, maybe take the lead. Hermes under center for the Pretzels. Puts a man in motion. Keeps it himself. Stood up. Now he drives forward, and he is in for the score. Hermes takes it in with 2:09 to play, and the game is tied at 36. And the all-important extra point coming up. So Hermes with a 1-yard run, and we're tied with 2:09 to play. Both teams have a single timeout left, and New Berlin will kick, go for 2. What's the decision here? Either way, the Sakis will be down by, if they make it, they would be down by 1 or 2, which means you're only a field goal away from winning the game still. They're going to go for 2. I would too. They've had pretty good success on these short little run situations. It is an ever-important 2-point try here with 2:09 to play. Hermes will be under center in the double wing now for the Pretzels. Puts a man in motion right to left. Goes back to pass. Runs into a man. It's well covered. It's thrown to the end zone. Incomplete pass. There are no flags on the field. And the Saki defense holds them out on the 2-point try. And we're still tied at 36 points apiece. 2:09 left. Sakis will get it back on the kick return. Now they call a flag late. It's against New Berlin. The Sakis will turn that down. And the kickoff coming up next.
Call Best Systems Builders for all your insulation needs. We are a full-service insulation contractor offering both open and closed cell spray foam, blown cellulose, and fiberglass installation. Best Systems has 2 BPI certified professionals ready to inspect your home or business today. You may qualify for incentives through the American Act on Energy program. Call Scott or Michael at 217-285-6005 for your free estimate, or visit us online at gobestsystems.com and start saving money on your energy bill today.
2:09 to play. Game is tied at 36 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Trash Queen 217-320-4320. What a game it's been. Saki's got that 2-possession lead. And New Berlin since has been the aggressor. Do you have a feeling If you could get the ball in the hands of Marco Ballinger here, that he could maybe do something special with it. If you're New Berlin, I'm kicking to anyone but Marco Ballinger. That's not a slight to anyone else the Sockies have. Ballinger is just shown to be an elite man to receive it. The other thing you always have to watch out for is the short kick. New Berlin almost recovered the kickoff the last time, and it wasn't extremely short. The Sockies just were really slow to pick it up. Here we go. Bixby to kick it. 2:09 to play, tied at 36. He kicks it away from Ballinger. It heads toward the sideline, and it goes out of bounds. So the Sockies will get it up at the 35. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Socky offense. This is the first time they've been on the field in an eternity. They turned it over on downs with 2:08 to play in the quarter. It's 2:09 left, and they're back on the field in a game tied at 36. Moose Lodge 420, hey, check out their Friday meals. They have new specials each week, and they're all delicious. The food is hot. The drinks are cold. It's all at Moose Lodge 420, and I think Paul Petty might be asking to re-kick this. And this is not a terrible idea. Pittsfield has declined the penalty, and they're going to make New Berlin re-kick. And when you have a kid like Ballinger back there to be able to return it, and the speed that Pittsfield has on the special teams side, they like their chances with their guys in open space. So is it a gamble? Yes. Is it a terrible idea? I don't think so. They move the ball back to the 35. It's the penalty against New Berlin is a 5-yarder. They have 61 yards in penalties now. Let's see if the Socky return team can do something special. Bixby puts it in the air. Again, a line drive kick going to be taken by the up man at around the 35. 40-yard line, 45. That's Elliott. Burst of speed ahead across the 50. Fighting for yardage and goes down at the 48. So you net 17 yards on that. And look pretty good, don't you? Now there's some discussion at the end of Berlin acting like maybe they've recovered a fumble, but that play was definitely blown dead. And the Sockies will have it 1st and 10 at the New Berlin 48-yard line with 2:02 to play and a timeout in their pocket. Game is tied at 36. Glad you've chosen to join us tonight on Central Illinois Sports. Zoom out of here, Tim. Sockies with 2 receivers to the right-hand side, a single man to the left. McAllister stands in the shotgun. The sophomore has played well in his own right tonight. Long snap count, takes it, hands it off to Grattan, running right, has some room, puts his shoulders square, and has it inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. 44, called a 4-yard gain by Gage Grattan. 127 yards on 19 carries. 2nd and 6 from the 44. 1:40 to play. Sockies need to get down probably closer to the 25 to 30-yard line for a kicking opportunity. 2 receivers wide to either side. Back to passes McAllister. Throwing right. It's underthrown. Stout had to go back and get it. He fights for it. Dives across the 40 down to the 39-yard line. A 5-yard gain. So this will bring up a 3rd and 1. That is Stout's 7th catch for 69 yards. McAllister's up to 160 yards. Sockies are right to the line. 3rd and 1. 1:06 left. McAllister hands it off to Grattan, puts his shoulders down. He has stood up, and it is very close. They blow the play dead finally. And where is the spot? This is important. We may see a measurement. He looks to be near the 38. If that's true, this is a 1st down, and I think it is, a no doubter. This is a 1st down. The referee going to take a look at it. He's going to give us the old Ricky Prohl here in a second, but he says, let's bring the chains out because let's keep the folks on the edges of their seats. 58.5 seconds left. The drive started at the 48. The ball is at the 38. By my math skills, that's 10 yards, which is what you need to pick up a 1st down. So are you. But the chains will tell the story, and here comes Bill Grimsley, the head chains man, along with Steve Watkins, to stretch him out, and let's see what happens here. 58.5 seconds left. It's a 1st down. By the nose of the football. Their 22nd first down of the night. And for Gage Grattan, he gains just enough. 58.5 seconds left. They will start the clock when they call it live. Sakis are up on the ball, ready to go. Trips left, single man to the right. McAllister's in the shotgun. They want to look at the clock here. And they want to put 1:01 on the clock, I believe. So they're going to put 1:04 on the clock is what they want. There's 58.5 showing. They're going to put 1:04 on the clock. 36 all with just over a minute to play. Sakis picked up the first down by the nose of the football. Trips left, single receiver to the right. McAllister's in the shotgun. Low snap, going to be picked up by McAllister. Now he fumbles the ball. Dives on it, bodies all over it. It's a pile at midfield. Who's got the football? Sakis say they have it. It is Grattan who recovers it back there. And my, oh my. It's a big loss back to the 48-yard line. A loss on the play of 10 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and 20. Grattan had to dive on it. He'll take the -10. It's not good, but it's better than giving the ball to New Berlin at midfield with 50.9 seconds left. Who took the timeout? New Berlin? Pittsfield took the timeout? They're final with 50.9 seconds left. It is tight, is it not? So Pittsfield's out of timeouts. New Berlin's got one left. There's 50.9 seconds left. It's 2nd and 20 from the 40. Ball's resting really closer to the 49. And a game tied at 36. At this point, if you're Pittsfield, you try to move the ball. New Berlin's only got one chance to stop it, so you don't have to be too chancy here. There's always a chance for overtime if you get there. Trips left, single receiver right. What I'm saying is don't just throw it up for grabs. McAllister doesn't do that much that we've seen. He's in the gun. 50.9 ticks left. Back to pass. Looking downfield. Throwing it up for Farrago, and he goes to get it. Down to the 27. That's a pickup on the play of 21 yards and a Saki first down. Now Farrago and the defender are tied up. It's a 21-yard reception by Farrago. So they pick up the first down, and it's 1st and 10 now. Sakis will come up to the line with 42.9 seconds left. Ball is at the 27-yard line. They hand it off along the right-hand side. Grattan turns it up. At the 21-yard line, they'll take him down. 33 seconds left. Sakis still have a timeout. They're trying to get back to the line. Grattan now a little slow to get up. No, they're out of timeouts. You're right. Pittsfield took their final timeout. Got to get up. I don't know. You're going to try to run one more play here. 19 seconds left. The Sakis are in motion. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. So an illegal motion. To stop the clock for a half a second to catch your breath. 15.8 seconds left. It'll move it back. 15.8 seconds left, tied at 36. So the ball is back now to the 27-yard line. And it's 2nd down, isn't it? Yes. McAllister's in the shotgun. They'll wind the clock. McAllister takes the snap, back to pass, looking right, looking for Stout, goes up, comes down, incomplete. Nice job by Thierry on the defense. Incomplete pass, stops the clock with 9 seconds left. It's 3rd down now. Here's the thing if you're Pittsfield, everything has to go to the sideline here. Nope, they're going to kick. Petty's coming in to kick. Trying to give the Sakis the lead with 9 seconds left. It's a 35-yard attempt. He missed one earlier. J.J. Petty, the holder is Jackson. The kick is up. The kick is on his way. It looks good, and it is good! Petty hit the kick. Petty hit the kick. There should be about 3 or 4 seconds left on the clock, but Petty with a 35-yard field goal to make it 39-36 Sockies. JJ Petty with redemption. And how much time will be left on the clock? Sockies will still have to kick off. Paul Petty trying to get his team settled down. He says, I know you're excited, but we've still got a play to go. New Berlin's got guys who can make play in space. So you've got to cover this kick like your life depends on it. And how much time is going to be put on the clock? 3 seconds? We don't really know that. I think Tim's just conjecture. Could be 3 seconds left. Petty nails it. He had about another yard or so. The wind had picked up just now, and it was blowing in his face. But he put it in for a made field goal from 35 after missing from 33 earlier at the other end of the field. 39-36 Sockies, and there are 3 seconds left, Tim, just like I told you there would be. Graham Angus Farm, give Danny Graham a call for your purebred Angus cattle needs. Bulls and heifers currently for sale at Graham Angus Farm at Milton, Illinois. Call or text Danny Graham 723-4116. There are 3 seconds left on the clock. If you're the Sockies, I am not kicking this deep. Where do they hide Howell? Is that him here, Tim, in this line? He's all the way in the back. I am not getting the ball anywhere close to that man. I'm pooching it and making somebody else run it. Now, you could see some laterals here. This could get exciting. The biggest thing is keep them out of the end zone. That's the only thing that can beat you. Here we go. Petty's kick on the way. It's a low kick, going to be toward the sideline. Taken by Thierry. He dives on it, and a pretty heads-up play by that young man. I'll tell you what, Thierry's been a heads-up player the whole night. I think he's just a sophomore, too. Flynn Thierry, he's a sophomore. He picked up that ball and dove on it. There's 2.3 seconds left. I don't think you can complain about the clock at all. And now for the Sockies, you are in the prevent of prevent defenses. No one can get behind you. You funnel everything to the sidelines, not to the middle of the field. And there's time for one more play. 2.3 seconds left from their own 28-yard line. The Socky faithful, who have showed up in pretty good numbers tonight, are on their feet. They have Hermes in at quarterback, I believe. And New Berlin will take their final time out of the contest to talk about it. 2.3 seconds left. You've got Hermes. I don't think he's a guy with a big arm. So if I'm New Berlin, I'm trying to get the ball to Howell and get him in space. You got to try to get the ball, if you're New Berlin, to Howell and get him in space as quickly as you can. Maybe put him out on the right-hand side. I'd run maybe a trip set, put him in the slot, give him the ball quickly. Maybe have a reverse option there on a little pitch back. These are plays that you can practice, but I guarantee you right now, Seth Hill and his staff are literally drawing somebody up in the dirt to see what works. You probably, as a coach, always have a thought about what type of a play you would run in a situation like this. And here's where you put it into action. Both teams are out of timeouts. There's 2.3 seconds left. J.J. Petty hit a 35-yard field goal that snuck over the upright. Sockies are in the prevent. They've got Petty, Farrago, Leonard, and who's the other man back there? Is that who? Marco Ballinger. So they're going to give up about 20 yards from the back line. Hermes is in the shotgun. He's back to pass. Throws to his right. Looking. It's incomplete. No time left. And the Sockies win back-to-back games for the first time since 2013. And J.J. Petty with redemption, making the game-winning field goal as the students rush the field on homecoming night in a thriller here at Glenn C. Smith Field. 39-36, Pittsfield with a victory. They move to 2-2. New Berlin drops to 2-3 on the season. 2-1 on the season for the Sockies. New Berlin 1-3, and excitement at Glenn C. Smith Field here tonight. What a game. Pittsfield went up by 2 scores. New Berlin fought back. They tied it up. They went for 2. They didn't get it. Pittsfield got the ball. It looked like hope was lost. As their final seconds of the game were coming up, J.J. Petty puts it in on a 35-yard field goal. And what a game. We will talk to Paul Petty on Facebook Live following the end of our broadcast, so we invite you to check that out on Central Illinois Sports on Facebook coming up near the end after we finish our broadcast here tonight. It's time to head to the Illini Community Hospital post-game show. Since 1942, Illini Community Hospital has been serving the area with high-quality medical care close to home. Learn more about their services at IlliniHospital.org. Final stats your way after this.
You can plan for most things in your life, but being sick isn't one of them. That's why Illini Express has expanded hours so your family can get the care you require. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Illini Express can see patients 18 months and older, no appointment necessary. When you can't wait to feel better, Illini Express is here for you. Located on the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
When you hear Pike County Glass, what do you think of? Is it storm window and screen repair? Commercial doors, windows, and storefronts? Maybe it's auto glass repair, including windshields, rock chip repair, side glass, and back glass. Or it could be screen and porches, glass showers and doors, and, well, you get the point. Glass is in their name, and glass is what they do. Pike County Glass, serving the entire area with high-quality craftsmanship, products, and customer service that's second to none. You'll find Pike County Glass at 1071 West Washington Street in Pittsfield, or call them at 217-285-4275.
Hometown Real Estate offers residential buying and selling specialists as well as land specialists across the Midwest. Call our office at 217-285-4502 or call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. Speak to any of the hometown brokers for residential and commercial properties. Kate hopes you are enjoying the broadcast of our local teams enjoying their sports. Give Kate Marable a call at 217-370-9809. Hometown Real Estate for you. How would you like to have a chance to help Western Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes raise needed funds for their ministry and have a shot at winning $1 million? You will also have a chance to win one of 18 other prizes from $15,000 to $40,000, like cruises, vacation trips, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, cars, trucks, hunting trips, and many more. Be watching for details. For more information about being a business sponsor, contact Jack Hall at 217-473-5151 or go to westernilfca.org. The $1 million golf shot coming in June and July to area golf courses.
Welcome back on the Illini Community Hospital postgame show. A thriller here at Glenn C. Smith Field and a 39-36 win for the Pittsfield Sockies over New Berlin here. A homecoming victory for Pittsfield. It started with the scoring at the 8:47 mark of the first quarter. McAllister to Stout, a 7-yard run. The Jeremiah Jackson run on the two-point try on the botched snap was good, and the Sockies led 8-0. Then with 2:57 to play in the first, it was Howell on a 39-yard run for New Berlin. The two-point pass to Crow was good, and we were tied at 8. New Berlin took the lead with 1:50 to play in the first. The pass to Howell was a 22-yard reception. The kick no good, and the Pretzels led 14-8. The Sockies scored twice in the second quarter at the 10:19 mark, a 1-yard run from Story. The kick was good to make it 15-14 Pittsfield. And with a 2:22 to play in the second, a 4-yard pass to Clemens, and the kick was also good to make it 22-14. Then New Berlin struck 20 seconds later with 2:02 left, a 1-yard run by Tyree. Two-point try was good, and we were tied at 22, but the Sockies with a 1-yard run by McAllister with 43.4 seconds remaining. The kick was good by J.J. Petty and made it 29-22. Then in the third, Pittsfield tried a field goal, a 33-yarder with 5:01 to play in the third. It was no good. Pittsfield, though, got a touchdown at the 3:06 mark after a takeaway. 32-yard run by Grattan. The kick after by Petty was good, and the Sockies led by 2 scores. But then New Berlin came storming back with 1:57 to play in the third. A 75-yard run by Powell. A 2-point try was good to make it 36-30. New Berlin tied the game with 2:09 left. Hermes, a 1-yard quarterback keeper. The 2-point pass was incomplete, and the game was tied at 36. Then with just 3 seconds left on the clock, J.J. Petty, after missing a 33-yard attempt less than 5 minutes prior, nails a 35-yard field goal to win the game 39-36. And the Sockies moved to 2-1 on the season. For New Berlin, their leading rusher was Howell, 147 yards on 11 carries, 36 yards on 9 carries for Thierry. Troy Williams with 9 carries for 30 yards. Joey Meisman had 4 carries for 10 yards in the first half after he got injured, and Hermes 2 carries for 4 total yards and a touchdown. Meisman in the first half was 5 of 8 with an interception before leaving with the injury. Hermes was 0 for 1 passing, called 0 for 2 as he did have a pass right at the end of the game, and Bixby was 0 for 2 with an interception. Receiving 97 yards for Flynn Thierry. One of those was an 83-yard catch, so 2 catches, 97 yards. 37 yards for Kevin Howell on 3 catches, and Matt Crow had 1 catch for 22 yards. 226 yards on the ground, 156 yards in the air, 382 total yards for New Berlin. For the Sockies, they saw Gage Gratton pick up 120 yards on the ground on a 21-carry night. 23 first downs for the Sockies total. Story also had 46 yards on 9 carries, a single carry for a yard and a touchdown for McAllister. Then Elliott carried the ball once for -2 yards. McAllister on the evening was 15 of 25, passing 60%, an interception and 2 touchdowns on the evening. Receptions by Bobby Stout, 69 yards on 7 catches. 53 yards on 2 catches by J.J. Petty. Mason Farrago with 3 catches for 35 yards. Joel Clemens, 2 catches, 5 yards, and Gage Gratton, a single catch for a -1 yard. 165 rushing yards, 181 passing yards. That's 336 total yards for the Sockies on offense, and they win a thriller here on homecoming. It's time to name our player of the game. It's presented by your Edward Jones financial advisor, Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, parents, teachers, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And how about J.J. Petty? Not only the game-winning kick, but 2 huge catches in this game. And the confidence to come back and make a kick after missing one earlier. He's tonight's player of the game. That's going to do it from Glen C. Smithfield. We will talk to Socky head coach Paul Petty on Facebook Live in just a few moments. We hope you join us there. For Tim, I'm Charlie Hull. Thanking you for joining us for another Central Illinois Sports presentation as the Sockies beat New Berlin 39